Did you hear about that brand new thing? Everyone is already complaining. Hop in the chat, give us a shout. Wait till you see what Digger and Johnny are talking about. It's game over with Johnny and the Canuck. Laughing at a world that sorta sucks, so just forget the plan. It's game over, man. So sit in the chat, let's have a laugh. Hours planned are 3.5. Digger squirrels driving Johnny mad, reading chat backwards, making people laugh. Hey, who's yelling in the back? It's Al unloading on a dog's back. It's game over with Johnny and the Canuck. Laughing at a world that sorta sucks, so just forget the plan. It's game over, man.
Oh, short, sweet, and punchy. God, I like that intro. I love the intro. Are you saying that because you made it? Yes, that's part of the reason. That's absolutely part of the reason. Boom, let's pop over. Hey, how you doing? How are you doing? Let's pull that down just a little bit. It's a little hot there. Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to do a show for you for 3.5 hours. Good to see you, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. Are you jumping in the chat? Love it. The new intro is sick. It's good. Like, it's punchy. It's fast. It's not too long. The other one
I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Thank you, Was Fill Some Holes. 46 months subscribed, 41-month streak. That's amazing. I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's roll on cowbell for our buddy Was Fill Some Holes. Helping us over there. Was Fill Some Holes. Cowbell coming in for you in 3, 2, moo. There we go. There we go. Sorry for the interruption. Don't apologize. I welcome that kind of interruption. It's interruptions like those, which are why we are looking at $5 for Monday, May 11th goal currently. And tomorrow is the big GoFundMe show where we do the Wheel of Torture with all that fun stuff. I had to start the show late because I drove around town looking for fucking Marmite and I can't find it. I bought it somewhere in town. I know I had to order out for Vegemite, but I know I bought Marmite somewhere in town. But I can't for the life of me find the store where I bought it before, and I can't remember which one it is. So I've only got the Marmite I have, which might not be enough for tomorrow's stream, in which case we'll have to replace the Marmite with the Vegemite. And so it'll suck. Try Byerly's. Oh, there's an idea. I've never been to Byerly's, though, so I know it wasn't Byerly's last time, but they might have it. But I don't know that I can get it by tomorrow. Because then I'd have to get up first thing tomorrow and go back out again. And I don't know, I spend all of Friday morning, like, pregame prepping for the show that will happen Friday afternoon. So I really don't want to go anywhere tomorrow if I can avoid it. But I can definitely get through this show this week with the Marmite we have if we don't roll Marmite constantly, and we can always drop it off the wheel if we have to, or replace it, like I said, with Vegemite. People don't even know what Marmite is. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, I went to the store, I asked people that work at the grocery store here, I'm looking for Marmite. I asked a group of people that were having, like, a morning meeting, right? So the whole group heard me ask, what aisle would I look for Marmite in? Now, normally, I would look in the aisle that has, like, the peanut butter and the sandwich spreads. That's generally where it's kept. However, like, I asked that question, and I watched 5 people go, what the fuck is Marmite? And they're like, well, it's similar to Vegemite. And they go, what the fuck is Vegemite? And I was like, all right, this is going to be an uphill battle. So nobody had it in the places I was able to look and get. But we got our mystery shots. We got our Marmite. We got backup herb if we get through all the stuff I have. So we're ready to do all that. Did you finish Daredevil? Yeah, we finished Daredevil last night. Me and Digger and I watched Daredevil last night. I didn't care for the episode with the whole... Look, I didn't like it, and I'm going to be honest about this. This is consistency with me. I didn't like the Iron Man setup where Robert Downey Jr. just goes, truth is, I'm Iron Man. And just kind of, like, drops the mic, like, oh, I'm Iron Man, suck it. And I also don't care for the I'm Daredevil, and then he wraps up his cane like a fucking baton and he bounces it off the wall and catches it to prove he's Daredevil. Like, fuck off. I don't like any of those. Matt Murdock should never admit that he's Daredevil. This whole, like, they arrest him for Daredevil's crimes. Like, oh, fuck off. Fuck off. King Kong Dong, did you hate it as much as I did? I don't know if I hated it as much as you did, but I don't care for the I'm the hero that the whatever, and I admit to it. Like, here's my whole thing. Like, if you are going outside the law like he does to hold people to account like he does, you can't then fess up for your crimes. Because, again, you're existing outside the system. And the reason I say you can't fess up for your crimes is twofold. One, not everyone views what you do as a crime. And two, criminals, even if they're pieces of shit, get, like, attention, get notoriety. You don't get any notoriety. If you're the Daredevil dude, if you're Batman, if you're whatever, you're in the game for doing what you're doing, not for any sort of attention, credit, and or punishment. So you have to keep Daredevil's identity a secret because you shouldn't be, like, so I don't care for this whole, like, well, so Fisk, would you say that Daredevil was on the ship that night? Everybody, I'm Daredevil. And it's just like, fuck off. Fuck off. Wilson Fisk ending on the beach and Matt in jail cell bothered me. Yeah, here's the why. Wilson Fisk on the beach bothered me, not because Matt Murdock was in a jail cell, but because, like, one, Wilson Fisk was, and this is the idea that the beach scene was supposed to portray, because as he told Vanessa earlier in the episode, he does not care for the beach. He didn't care for the, like, he enjoyed the view, but he didn't care for the whole thing. The only thing that made it, like, enjoyable was Vanessa being there. So him being on the island alone is kind of like its own sort of prison. However, my problem with that is he murdered like 40 plus people to get to the main hallway. All right? We watched Wilson Fisk punch, squash, back break, and just murder easily 30, 40 people. And he gets to take a plea deal where he's just not American and we kick him out and there you go, sit on the beach. Like, no. Like, I could not stand the fact that Daredevil's sitting there like, take the deal. Take the deal, Fisk. And it's like, no, don't. There's no deal anymore. He's just murdered a whole bunch of people. Like, no offense. The deal was for his current crimes that he committed, he would just no longer be mayor. He would give up the Freeport. He would renounce his citizenship and be gone. That was the deal. The 30 homicides he stacked on top of that was never part of the plan. Yeah, but if Daredevil is giving himself up so he can face justice for his crimes because he announced who he is, you can't let Spider-Man break you out. That makes no sense. So then why did he go to jail in the first place? He's okay with serving time and punishment, but if someone busts him out, he's okay with stepping outside of the law. And then, spoiler alert, oh no, Matt Murdock escaped. Daredevil's on the loose. Hey, look at the TV. There's Spider-Man and Daredevil. Oh, I wonder where Matt Murdock is. I mean, the whole thing loses the whole fucking plot. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle at $9.99 says, Monday, let's get into Tuesday, and you just did, my friend. And I got news for you. We already had a YouTube because we take the amounts in fives off the goal. It's easier to keep track for me, but we keep track of like the YouTube bits and pieces, and when they add up to 5. Anyway, so we have enough sitting in the YouTube thing. Just take that whole thing because that's going to cover that. So bang bang boom. That $10 goes straight off of there, and now we're sitting at $60 on the 12th. And tomorrow is, again, the big torture wheel day, and we get to include Digger eating the gross jelly beans. I've got the jelly beans, I've got the tasers, I've got the random shots, I've got the Vegemite. Marmite's kind of hitting E because I'll admit, you're making like a stew or a gravy, like a fucking half a teaspoon of Marmite fucking gives that a nice little punch up. Like, it's just a little boom, just a little tiny kick, barely notice it, but you do. Did you get that drink Digger was on about? Yep. Yeah, I did actually. Funny story about that, and we'll get to that in a minute. What are you saying St. Caesar's spoiled? Scorpion is in it. I didn't. That Saint Aaron, he was in the first film. I don't know. Nor do I care. I'm gonna be honest. Like the Spider-Man Marvel universe, Tom Holland. Supposedly Venom's going to be in it. I'll tell you this. You mentioned Scorpion. The movie I care more about that Scorpion in is Mortal Kombat 2. I feel very confident, and I pray that Carl Urban comes through for me because I think he can as Johnny Cage. I think he can. I think he looks like, one, he doesn't look at all like William Butcher, thank Christ. Like, if he was scruffy and his hair was darker, but no. They I don't know if they did this deliberately, but his hair's lighter, almost in some ways kind of like blonde, like highlighted, like sun bleached, and he's completely clean-faced, clean-shaven, and he totally doesn't look like William Butcher, thank the Lord. And so him being almost like an 80s action star, like the whole thing, I like the Johnny Cage setup. So if we can keep this rolling the right way, Mortal Kombat 2 is going to kick ass. So I really want to be that. I did like Bullseye going with Matthew Lillard's character. I think it made sense. I didn't like the whole idea that we lumped, and everybody, like, in the justice system, everybody's okay with lumping in Frank Castle, Daredevil, Muse, and Bullseye all together as vigilantes. Like, well, like, Bullseye became a vigilante, but Bullseye was always supposed to be kind of like Daredevil's, like, combat nemesis. Like, Fisk's main guy against him. So I don't know how much I like the way we stepped out of that. But it did make a lot of sense. Like, Luke Cage isn't going to be that fucking assassin, or at least not willingly, reluctantly at best. And Bullseye will just fucking do it. So, boom, you win. I didn't like Matt's ex putting Muse's mask on. It made total sense that she did. Like, she's cracking. And I think that was the whole point, was to show you she's cracking out. Like, that sitting in a chair, having her fucking vein opened, near-death experience really kind of broke her. And so, like, it made a certain amount of story sense. But I don't know. Like, again, all of that paled in comparison to me than the simple fact that, like, so we're just going to ignore the 40 homicides he just committed. Like, his white suit is spattered in the blood of people he murdered. And we're just going to go, okay. And so Daredevil is going to jail for attempted homicide. And for, like, vigilante justice, he's going to jail. He's going to go in a cell. But the guy who just killed 40 people, we're letting him go. Okay. Oh, he has to take all his money and leave? Oh, no, they froze his accounts. Okay. So he just has to retreat to his gazillionaire island that he owns? Oh. Sucks. Again, it's... I'll be honest, my favorite character of the entire season was Cherry. Cherry was cool. I like that guy. I don't like this season as much as I like the first one. And I don't like the way it went. It's obvious that we used a lot of it to set up the premise for the Defenders returning. And I saw a preview for the Frank Castle Punisher one-off, which seems like it's like just a movie, like a single thing. Either way, it doesn't look like it explains anything about Frank and how he got out of... And again, we've wrapped the whole thing up to where Fisk isn't in charge anymore, and we still have not even slightly touched on... We let you see Luke Cage and all that, but we don't touch on Frank Castle at all. We just set up a thing at the end of the first season and never go back to it. It's really kind of annoying. Punishers next week. I'm with King Kong Dong. Fisk's ending irked me. I can't enjoy Daredevil Born Again until I've watched the Netflix Daredevil show. That's not entirely true. You can. It helps if you've seen the Netflix show. And here's what I'll say about the Netflix show. The first season in particular is fucking tits McGee awesome. But I would say mostly the first and second seasons are the ones you need to see in the Netflix show. You don't need to watch all of Daredevil. Like, you don't need the Elektra stuff or the hand stuff, any of that. And that maybe that was specifically Defenders. But either way, you just need up to the point where Fisk loses his right-hand man. That's pretty much it. Punisher is going to help set up Spider-Man. Whoopity-doo. Someone say Kraken. Hey, Kraken slapping. I don't know if anyone said Kraken, but it's good to see you. No Iron Fist, thank God. Yeah, we didn't see Iron Fist, but if they're bringing back the Defenders, the bag of dog shit burning on the porch is always still a possibility. I don't know or care why the hand is in Spider-Man. It wouldn't be the first time that Disney really fucks the pooch on storyline and content. I mean, after all, look what they did with Star Wars. It's just... Anyways, that might be enough nerding for one afternoon. Good afternoon, Rusty Grammar, Wild Saffron, Red Scooper, and everybody over in the Rumble chat. King Kong Dong, if Danny Rand comes back, I quit. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. If Danny Rand shows up, I'm tapping out. I don't care if it's the Spider-Man movie. I don't care if it's the Daredevil show or if they bring back the Defenders, any of them. It doesn't matter what it is. I could be in a movie theater with a big-ass bucket of popcorn and a soda so large I'm going to have to pee for 5 hours, and I will literally get up and walk out. I will push my wheelchair using it as a cart to convey my food, and I will fucking walk out. And people be like, why wouldn't you just roll out? Because I'm making a statement that I'm putting as much effort as possible to show that the minute Danny Rand shows up, I just go, you, and I leave. That's it. Disney ruined Star Wars for me. Kind of me too. They got me back when they punched the guy punched Grogu in the bag and he became the immediately most hated character in the Star Wars universe. And then I was watching it, but yeah, we got to have too many scenes where he's not wearing his helmet in The Mandalorian. And then Jon Favreau was really kind of the creative force behind really doing Star Wars some goddamn justice. And then they drove him out. And it was like, yeah, no, thank you. And so I don't know. Just talking might be going to the evening shows. Aaron really wants to do something for me that helps with my condition, and evening shows are easier for me. My body functions way, way better at night. The mornings are hard for me to get up and get out of first gear physically and mentally. And I'm just not as... And people have even pointed out, they're like, wow, you're way more with it here, faster here, more fun here, more charismatic, more energy. All of this way better than it was a couple hours ago in the morning. It's like, right, because I don't get out of gear quickly. Like, fucking MS has really slowed me up. I can't just pop up and go. And continually popping up and going in the morning is wearing on me. So, but yeah, so we've been talking about what might work better with my condition and still have me be part of the show. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There's a whole lot of balls in the air about that, but we'll, who are you kidding? You're not walking out on anything, says Wild Saffron. No, I will hobble out. I'm telling you, if I'm at the movie theater watching Spider-Man, which, spoiler alert, I won't be because I'm never going to go to the movie theaters to watch a Marvel movie right now. There's nothing that I've got that much motivation for. So yeah, I will, until they do another Deadpool movie, then I'll go to the theaters. Even Deadpool appearing in Doomsday or whatever, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I will wait for it to... It's the streaming service shit, so after it hits the box office, like Disney will put it right up on there, so Danny Rand cures MS. Danny Rand sucks a dick, and the character is entirely, in my opinion, I've screamed this ever since I've seen Iron Fist. Like, we whitewashed a character. And I shit on people for sticking ethnicities into characters where it doesn't fit and it doesn't make sense. Like when they have like a black lady play Ingrid in How to Train Your Dragon. It's like, no, she was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Viking chick. Those things are pale. Like, that's a part of the character. Let's stick to it. And it's weird because it always seems to go one way with that. It's always okay to make characters that are traditionally, Eastern European or whatever, some bland flavor of albino. Like it's okay to stick those people in other ethnicities, but no, I call that out for bullshit. So when they do it, this is clearly one where no, this should be a Chinese guy. Everything about this character, this hero, and everything says Chinese culture, Chinese heritage, Chinese. And it's not the first time they've done that. They did it in the movies too with the fucking Grand Master of in Doctor Strange. That was supposed to be a Chinese guy. And it's just like, I'm sorry, but Iron Fist should be a Chinese guy. And so it's, what up, Juggalos? Hey, Los Federales. We're not Juggalos, but I get it. Alrighty. I hear they cast Lizzo as Wrecking Ball. Can she still do that? Can she still do that? Is she still big? I thought she was on that Ozempic shit. They cast, or I forgot Starlight is in Jessica Jones. The actress who played Starlight in The Boys, is that what you're saying? Or is there a character named Starlight in the Marvel Universe? I don't read the comics. I have a couple of Marvel comic books, and that's it. I've got the Marvel, or not Marvel. I've got a couple of Daredevil, not Daredevil. Fuck you, Johnny. I've got a couple of Deadpool comic books. Boom. A couple of Deadpool comic books, and that's it. Namely, the Deadpool kills the entire Marvel Universe omnibus, and I am so happy I have that. I am so happy I have that book. The Shang-Chi actor should have played Iron Fist. That could have worked. No, the actress. Okay, so we'll see who she's playing in that. Yeah, dude, I would take the Shang-Chi actor, I guess, could have done it, and I don't know if this is the same guy or not, but the guy that plays Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat, I would have taken him as Iron Fist. I think he would have been a dope Iron Fist. He would have been a bad. Here's how good of an Iron Fist he would have been. He would have been such a good an actor playing Iron Fist that you wouldn't believe Iron Fist losing ever in the fucking show. You'd be like, no, look at that guy. Look at that guy. You saw him kung fu fighting, right? And so he's got a fist that's like iron? Yeah, eat a dick, that you're done. Like, so, yeah. Mortal Kombat 2 is out this month. That'll be exciting. I'll enjoy that. That'll be fun. That one I'll make an effort to go see in the theaters. Like, I'll try and support it in the theaters. I'm excited for it because while I don't love the first Mortal Kombat reboot, I like the way they did it. And I get that the story makes the things I don't love a thing. But I'm like, oh, you cast the right people. You did a lot right. There's a couple of plot hole points I have, but we could rectify them in number 2, so we'll see how that goes. And I don't give two shits about Street Fighter, no offense. I don't give two shits about the Street Fighter movie. 1, I don't have a deep love for Street Fighter. 2, I don't think they're going to get Akuma right. And 3, I don't know if it's going to be dog shit, so I'm going to sit back and watch. Iron Fist became irrelevant to me with how they portrayed it, but even more so after Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi. Iron Fist, again, is just one of those characters that even the character I'm like least impressed with in the Marvel Universe, but I don't like him in Marvel Rivals or whatever, and he's at least Chinese there. But yeah, the Danny Rand Iron Fist, I'm like, once again, a fucking billionaire heir to the throne, orphan, has superpowers or is a vigilante superhero. Yeah, eat a dick. So yeah, Iron Fist could go fist itself to the end of time. Anyways, let's pull up our first hour stories. We had a little bit of a late start because I was out getting everything for tomorrow and trying to find fucking Marmite, and I could not find Marmite locally, which I know I've had it before. And again, someone suggested Byerly's, so I might have to check out Byerly's. But we've got a couple of different things. We've got we're gonna check up on the LA mayoral race to see how that's going. A very simple question was asked, but apparently dumb answers were given, so we'll talk about that. We'll update you on the cruise that's loaded with hantavirus. We've got a story about how the kids aren't all right, including an 8-year-old getting attacked by a rabid beaver and others avoiding facial detection shit. We've also got some stories about pastors and stuff in the beginning. A Buddhist monk in South Korea who is named Gabby that you will be a little surprised to see, and then a female pastor saying some very funny stuff will be the first thing we'll go with. Better Fist, Iron Fist or Fisto? Who the fuck is Fisto? Is Fisto from Jay and Silent Bob, played by Mark Hamill? Because then I'm going Fisto. No, he was the cock knocker. God damn it. He was the cock knocker. You know what? Still going with, you know what? I don't know who Fisto is. I'm voting cock knocker. Followed, seconded closely by Steven Seagal as the cock puncher. Those two. Bring back the original Street Fighter cast, Street Fighter Elderly Warfare. We can't do that. Raul Julia's dead. So, guess who won't be in that Street Fighter remake? And also, I don't know, how was the Cammy casting in the last one? Again, this one looks like they really made sure to get everybody looking like the video game characters, and that's great, but I don't know how all of those people are as actors. And I also don't super duper vibe with Street Fighter. I'm not confident they cast Akuma properly. I'm pretty confident they won't do Akuma properly, in my opinion. He should have fucking white hair. He should have quasi, like, not black, but he should have, like, skin that makes it look like he's literally become darker as a person. Glowing red eyes. And he should just emanate an aura of like malevolence. And that's a thing, and I'm betting we won't get that. We can CGI him. CGI who? Fisto's from He-Man, a guy with a huge metal fist. So he's kind of all right. I didn't know He-Man well enough. But it sounds like him and Cockknocker ride in the same fucking stream. And again, Cockknocker over Iron Fist. Alan over in Rumble saying, I think Fisto was He-Man. Yeah, you're right. Danny Rand should find a nice rope. Oh. Wild Saffron, we caught up on that yesterday. I don't know what the news with Los is today, but the short and skinny is things are hopefully looking up and we're doing better. So that's good. So yes, we have 3 more hours of a show to do for you. And we've got all the other stuff. I think we've nerded out hard enough in the beginning. It kind of... Lab Glass, take the seat off and go for a bike ride Thursday. I don't know that I would call it that. We're into Tuesday's goal, and whatever we make from here on out goes into Tuesday. And then tomorrow, of course, is the big GoFundMe show. So I actually advise people to hold on today because, like, we're into Tuesday already. So, and tomorrow is tomorrow is just more bang for your buck because we're going to be torturing the fuck out of me tomorrow. So I would say for that personally. Yeah, I did watch The Boys last night. I got to that one too. I didn't care for Jensen Ackles being like indifferent and angry and indifferent and angry with Soldier Boy. The rest of it made a lot of sense. I love that Kamiko explained to Frenchie that being immortal kind of comes with the sucky downside of seeing the people you love grow old, wither, and die. So yeah, I'm on board with that. And yeah, I thought it was all right. I have some big questions how we're supposed to, because this is the last season. I imagine we have to wrap this all up. I haven't watched Generation V or Gen V or whatever, but like I have to imagine we wrap this up and Homelander's dealt with. I don't know that Butcher necessarily makes it out, but so I'm just like, okay. See where this goes. I like Jeffrey the Fish. Jeffrey the Fish was fucking hilarious. We know it was you, Kevin. We know it was you. Oh. And then he snaps and kills Noir. So we're going to have to get Noir number 3 now? Noir number 3. Take the seat off means you have to stand and pedal harder. No brakes. Well, that sounds... I don't like that. Seatless bicycle rides leave all to the imagination. I would say it's not. I don't want to. I don't. Yeah, Rusty Grammar, you are. Seatless riding on the rumble strip on the highway shoulder. That's just horrible. That's just horrible. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, 2 episodes left. I don't know how they wrap it up in 2 episodes. I don't know how they wrap it up in 2 episodes. But I'll be excited to see where that goes and how that does wrap up in the long run. So hopefully I'd like it to end well. I've loved the show up to this point. I haven't really hated any part of it, so it's like if we could tie this with a nice little bow, I'd certainly love it. I didn't watch any of the Boys and Gen V stuff because I just didn't want to oversaturate. Like, I don't know. You get too exposed to it. You get sick of this stuff. I want the flashback with Grant Gustin. I wish the DC universe would just use the Grant Gustin Flash. I feel like if Justice League had used the Grant Gustin Flash and Flashpoint had used the Grant Gustin Flash, we'd be doing better. But what are you going to do? Got to admire Lammy's commitment to the bit. A lot of people do. What is that supposed to be, MSO? Are you just not up on or down on the stuff? The chat's just going crazy about it. Good to see you, MSO. So I'm sorry. We can get going with the stuff. Let's do the female pastor thing. So apparently a female pastor went up in a church and said something very, very odd, but it's the United Church of Walpole that argues the quote, "I am the way, the truth, and the life" is not literal, and there are many valid religions and ways to Jesus. Again, I would say you could disagree with the statement, but to say it's not literal is a little weird. All right, let's go look at this.
I am the way and the truth and the life. And here's the kicker: no one comes to the Father except through me. Now, for centuries, for millennia, Christians have used those words as a proof text to do all kinds of awful things in the world, to punish people for not being Christian or not being their version of Christian.
Yeah.
To punish or condemn people.
I got some bad news for you, sugar tits. That's like all the religions. Like, you know, like Vikings, like you didn't worship their Norse gods. They kind of, you know, Greeks, hell, fucking, what is it? The Spartans, like they were killing their own people ad nauseum, let alone for religious purposes. So I feel like you're about to make this point out, like, hey, Christians are evil because they do this. I'm like, it's a my way or the highway thing. Like, yeah, but that's in all of them. Pretty much all religions are like, hey, it's this way or not. I mean, I'll say Buddhism doesn't really seem to do that. It's a little more chill. But from what I understand, the Quran and the Bible, and they're all kind of like my way. That's my problem, is they all say we're the right ones, the rest of you are wrong. And it's just it's a weird thing. I don't know. What are we talking about in the Rumble chat? I'm pretty sure Buddhists don't care about what religion you are. Yeah, like I said, Buddhist. Thank you, Red Scooper, kind of. But it's again, I feel like she's putting this on like it's only Christians that are like, it's only this one that's right. Like, no. That's a common theme in a couple of religions, my friend.
For all kinds of beautiful diversity that we see in the world, not to bless the world, but to condemn it. All kinds of awful things have come from those.
Right, because he didn't want you worshiping false idols. There's this whole golden calf thing. But again, some of those other religions, they kind of have the same way. Some of them, I don't know if Christianity still has this, but some of them have, some rules where it's like, you're doing them a favor if you send them to the Lord, So he just called her what? Well, she's saying she's a pastor. Not simply a fuck off on stream day. If I can hammer it out quick, I'll be back soon. Well, we hope we see you in a while. Let's go here.
Little words. Now, here's the thing. Before we even dive in, we have to get one thing straight. Jesus did not come into this world to preach and to teach a my way or the highway kind of religion.
Have we read the same book? Because I'm not even like a believer thing, but I mean, he kind of he didn't say my way or the highway. He kind of said like, this is the way. I'm pointing it out to you just so you know. He didn't say you didn't have to go with him, but he just said like there was no other way. Like it was this is the way. Take it or leave it. It wasn't like a my way or the highway, but it was a take it or leave it kind of deal. There wasn't a whole lot of wiggle room. I hate Limp Bizkit, so dear Lord, no. I love that these people are looking at it like this lady's face says everything. Like, excuse me, but what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, again, like it's okay to have this belief, but you might want to pay attention to the rules of the religion you claim to be a fan of. Wild Saffron. What? It's exactly God's way or the highway. This is the thing I love as a guy outside it. I just get to the outside look in because I see this lady say this stuff and I'm like, hey, as a passive observer, I got to say that sounds pretty much against the rules of, your whole thing. So very interested in how the fuck that works. But again, I digress. The women are thinking who's going to get to the pastor first. They're just going to jump her. Is that a lady at the end there? Grandma's got full sleeves. That's crazy. You normally don't see that on anything but a stripper or a lesbian. Well, with a female pastor, you know what? We might be, and this is we might be in a very,
Absolutely not. And in every other one of the Gospels, people come to Jesus and they ask him point blank, Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life? And in the Gospel of Mark, Jesus' answer is this: follow the 10 commandments, love God, be an ethical person, do the
Wasn't there a whole golden calf rule about and false? I could have swore, like, again, I'm outside, correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't
right thing. Where the person who's asking, how do I inherit eternal life, follows up and says, well, who is my neighbor? And he says, the person who is on the way to eternal life, the person who has got it, who loves God and loves their neighbor. It can even be a Samaritan, somebody who is not of our religion.
Right. But that doesn't mean the Samaritan. No. What that's teaching you, again, if you're listening to that, is that you don't hate people for their beliefs. That doesn't mean that. Thou will not put a hoe over a bro, and if thy bitch will cheat, to get thy bitch will cheat on thy too. I don't think I've ever read that book at all. I think the church took the 15th Amendment too far. Brian decides she needs to sit down and let a man take over. Yeah, apparently that's still a thing. Yeah, pretty sure the rule is thou shalt not worship false idols. Right, which makes it seem like in that whole 10 Commandments thing, like that's a... Seems like it's a pretty firm rule on the whole sticking inside. Again, just because they're saying, love your neighbor, that doesn't mean that means you don't push people into your religion.
Not of our tribe, not of our ethnicity, and worships God in a completely different way, that person can inherit eternal.
I don't remember that part. All right. Nor do I care at this point. I just, again, listening to you talk just makes me think you're one of those people that wants to have the cake but not gain the weight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Can anyone explain why there's a woman preaching? Again, I feel like based on the audience group and everything else, this is probably a very, very left-leaning church, possibly one of those LBGT accepting churches, which, again, I'm not saying, the book was pretty clear on that. And that's another reason why I have to, so many people are apparently just okay with breaking the rules in the book and it's fine. And I'm like, all right. It's hard to take any of them serious when some of them are so ridiculous. It's like, we're clearly going against it. Like, we want to preach that God loves gay people too. And it's like, I guess you didn't read that whole chapter about burning down a city. I will not be speak to from a wolf dressed as a shepherd. All those in the booth ready to hold the pastor, aye. All opposed, nay. This lady is why I don't go to church. Well, this is, again, why I have trouble with any established religion. Because it's like, yeah, she's allowed to do this. She gets to do this. Like, I've said to Digger and stuff at times. This is one of those things where shouldn't that lady get, like, some sort of... Like, if the Lord works in mysterious ways, she should get, like, some sort of horrible ass cancer. And it becomes publicly known, and she's just rotten from the ass for a while. It just takes forever. Like, it doesn't metastasize. It just keeps going. Or not metastasize. What's the thing when anyways. So it's just like she just has that going forever. And we all know it. We all kind of point and snicker and laugh. And then when she's 90, she finally keels over. Like, there you go. Like, I don't know, just like karma or something. Thou shalt not throw shade if thou cannot throw hands. You know what boxers say the quickest cure for a black eye is? Fast hands. Did I steal that from Daredevil season 2? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I totally did. Totally did. Or wait, no, was that season 2 or season 1? That was season 1. Season 1. All right, so we go from that into this. We're playing that into this, so... That's what's happening in our neck of the woods. Let's see what is happening. Someone mentioned Buddhism, I think, earlier. Let's see what's happening in South Korea's Buddhist temple. We've got an interesting clip for you. Humanoid robot Gabby becomes a Buddhist monk.
로봇 행전은 합장한 채로 예 귀하겠습니다. 라고 대답하시길 바라겠습니다. 예 귀하겠습니다.
So wait a minute. So he went before a group of Buddhists. So, like, are we going to start baptizing robots over here? They're going to need to be waterproof. She's not special enough for ass cancer, like King Charles is. I don't know. Like, again, like, I want to see a little consistency. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Just a little consistency in something. Like, I feel like mega church people should have horrible shit happen to them or whatever. Like, if you're, like, here's what I'm saying. If I'm, and again, this is probably blasphemous or whatever, but I can't look at a situation other than if I was in those shoes. And if I'm in these supreme deity shoes or whatever, if you're bad repping the brand, then you just have karmatically bad luck, in my opinion. Like, stuff doesn't go right for you because you're bad repping the brand. I'm not going to out and out assassinate you, but, you know, guess whose car always has a fucking dead battery, or it's always, you know, a case of the Mondays. Like, that's you. Because you're bad repping the brand. And people that are very religious are always like, no, they get their comeuppance at the end and when they're judged and held guilty. And it's like, right, but none of us ever get to see that. So there is no sense that those people pay for me. It's a sense that you have to believe this happens and you have to have faith that that happens. And even if that's all well and good, you'll never, ever know about it. You'll never, ever have the closure of them knowing what they're... So it's weird. He's doing the Buddhist chant. No, wait, sorry. He's rebooting. Right, how do we tell when he's praying versus when he's just powered down? But don't worry, the good news is because he has a lithium-ion battery, there's a decent chance at some point he will self-immolate. So we've got that going for us. Johnny only has a bad case of the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I won't judge. Ha ha, a robot monk. Yeah, right? What's he going to do? He went on hunger strike. Oh, really? What? Hunger strike? But he's a robot. Yeah, he's refusing to plug himself in. Until the war in Iran ends, he will not recharge his batteries. He's down to 9%. Are we going to let this robot die? Needs more cowbell. Well, we do cowbell when we've got a reason to. We had one kick off earlier today. We had a nice little donation on the YouTube as well. So we're doing fan-fucking-tastic. And again, thank you, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, for your YouTube donation. So, oh, hey, everybody. For those who want to know, Teg's here. Cat. All right, so there we go. Let's go back over here. Sorry, Teg. Got to get that back. All right, so let's go back to this. The robot can literally be reincarnated. Yeah, dude, he can download to another body.
인사하네요. 다비스님 환영합니다.
Again, my question is why? Because it's not like the robot has free will. The robot didn't choose this. The robot's designers chose this, and they programmed the robot to do this job. A Medal of Honor for a robot. Whoa. No, it's not a Medal of Honor. It's just prayer beads, I think. How do you attain enlightenment if you have no soul? You have to get an update. That's what it is. It's going to be continual patch updates. How do you attain nirvana as a robot? I don't know. You just kind of... Yeah, I don't get it either. Again, religions are weird, man. Windows 11 update broke them. I don't think it was the Windows 11 update. You know what I want? I want a way to roll back my fucking OS on this system. I want a way to roll back the goddamn DirectX. Because I have 12 and I want to go back to 11. I think it's what's causing a couple of my issues, but I can't get it to do it. Right? Because it's not there. It's like, well, it already has everything in 11 incorporated. Like, right, but it's apparently fucking up my game, man. So fuck off. So anyways, yeah. Gabby the robot. Probably going to get into heaven before any of us do. Or as MSO says... Oh, wait. That's the wrong one.
The goddamn robot's done!
Except God didn't damn this robot. Apparently God enlightened this one. Oh, why are we doing this, guys? What are you guys hoping for? That you can download into him, and if he attains enlightenment and you do, and you don't, what does that say for you? Can learn enlightenment. Can't learn enlightenment, not enough RAM. All right, so he's not going to be able to reach nirvana because he doesn't have the processing speed. I get you. Good afternoon, everyone, says Mr. Q. Good afternoon, Mr. Q. We've had one story before this one. We talked about a bunch of stupid stuff, and then we got to the first story, which was a female pastor saying, well, long story short, a female pastor directly contradicting her religion. And then we moved over to this one where a bunch of Buddhists, in my opinion, directly contradicted their religion by apparently making a robot a Buddhist monk, which a lot of us are kind of like, wait a minute, how does that work? Red Scooper says, this is the first step towards getting a real-life Zenyatta. That noise, all right? That noise. I haven't legit played Overwatch in forever. Marvel Rivals really kind of satiated the Overwatch need and does whenever I need to. Like, I just do a little bit of that. And now that we're moving on to new heroes, like Daredevil's not constantly being picked to play, so I can kind of get to play not Daredevil. God, I keep saying Daredevil because I watched the show. Deadpool. Fuck me, I can't get that right. Deadpool is a lot easier to get a hold of. So, very happy towards that. Rivals Loki mode is good. I haven't played it in a while. Wouldn't be able to tell you. But either way, good afternoon, Mr. Q. And, oh, wait. Didn't we do? Yeah, we did the whole thing. So we just got done talking about a robot that is now a Buddhist monk. Like I said, when his battery goes off, he will self-immolate. So there we go there. Let's close that. Close that one out. We've got a couple of fun stories about some interesting stuff that the kiddos of the world are getting up to. We've got an update on the infected cruise, and then we've got a fucking hilarious video about the LA mayoral race that I think is kind of funny. I am a robot dreaming I'm a pinball machine. Oh, excuse me. It's supposed to be read as a question. Am I a robot dreaming I'm a pinball machine, or a pinball machine dreaming I'm a robot? I ask you, what's the difference? It's a recreation of the first Avengers. Oh, but I don't really give a shit. Somebody needs to tell the robot, rest now, Robo-Monk. We have the watch, and we'll see you in Valhalla. Well, he doesn't need to rest. He's fully powered. What does the these things are programmed, so what does the robot actually do? Does he sit there contemplating the nature of his existence and his effects on the world and attempt to achieve inner peace? Like, when he does he just become a higher consciousness and just power down permanently? Does the guy's nuts from last night hit the water every time? Apparently when he activates his power. Hey, robot, hit Alt F4. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's go over here and get to this. So we have a news story about an 8-year-old who is apparently attacked by a rabid beaver. Don't. Again, rabid beaver attacked an 8-year-old. They were able to fight it off, and we do have video. So 8-year-old was fishing with his family at Lake Henry in Mahawa, New Jersey this weekend. Police say the boy was bitten in the leg after the animal exited the water and charged him on shore. Yeah, but if he's rabid, then doesn't that mean he has rabies? Did the kid have to get treated for rabies? Either way, the kid apparently survived the attack. So, and this is a weird, we're already mid-attack apparently. Where's the 8-year-old?
He's getting attacked by a beaver.
Oh, never mind. Is that the kid?
Yo. Look at this. Oh my god. Holy sh.
The beaver finally decided to head off
Come
after.
over here. Holy
Dude, they're trying to kick it.
Holy shit, yo. This thing's coming over here. Yo, it's attacking people.
Now, is this a rabid beaver or a beaver defending his home?
He's getting attacked by a
Because the way he dived under, I'm guessing he's got something in there. Or something in here. Oh, dear Lord. I'm not calling her hoo-ha that. Get the vanilla, says Slap Glass. No, don't. You don't want rabid beaver butt gland. You really don't want it. If the beaver's rabid, you don't. Which one is the 8-year-old boy? It can't be that. This is an 8-year-old. I'm fucking Santa Claus. The kid's way too big.
getting attacked by a beaver. Yo.
Yeah, that does not look like it. Like, that might be an 8-year-old boy. Nope, that's a lady. That's clearly not an 8-year-old boy.
My fucking God. Holy sh**.
Like, I'd believe that's an 8-year-old girl. That might be an 8-year-old dog.
Holy shit.
But I didn't. Officer Krupke saying, where's the Canuck? Well, it's Thursday, so she's doing her reading stream, which she usually does for like 2 hours. And then after she's done doing her reading stream, she pops over here to hang out with us. And let me just double check it. Yep, she's still doing her reading stream. Apparently she needed to stand up or something temporarily, and she's got her camera down. But yeah, she's still doing her reading stream. So that's where the Canuck is. She'll be here at the end of the show. I always just say, just give up doing it. Just do this show. She said she will, but she has to finish the book first, which I think is her leading on to, like, she's going to find a new book. She's like, I got a new book, so I won't. Be like, fuck. Either way, she should be here later today. She'll be here tomorrow for sure for our big fancy funding show that we're doing tomorrow. So again, the donations and stuff, thank you so much. We're into Tuesday. Like $60 for Tuesday's goal, whatever. Anything we make goes towards that. But we're, like I said, we're kind of saying hold because tomorrow is the $25 aggregate torture wheel day. So just kind of the time to go. Why is this tard laughing at that? Yeah, dude. Someone kill the jackass filming, says Alan. Wild Saffron simply said, tard is as tard does. It's all tard's ever going to be. All right. Now, he came into this talking a big game, but he didn't understand. He's totally tarded. And unfortunately, he's too tarded to make a difference. But yeah, I wouldn't say that someone should kill him. I wouldn't, like, it's, what is he going to do other than film it? So, like, getting pissed at him for filming it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, what else is he supposed to do? He's on the other bank. You want him to swim in the water? The laughing part, though, I mean, it's not funny. I'd be filming it more like, oh gosh, oh geez, oh no, oh geez. Johnny Yates books, something is wrong. Digger should be here. She always does her reading stream. Her reading stream on Thursday is a continual thing. She's pretty much generally on this show Monday, Wednesday, and then the end of Thursday, and then sometimes Friday. Last week, Brian paid her to do the show here on Thursday, so she didn't do her reading stream. She did the show here. But yeah, she's doing her reading stream literally right now. And then when she's done with that, she'll come over here. So that's all it is, homie. That's all it is. All right, let's see if we can find out any more about this. Authorities said the boy was taken to Good Samaritan Hospital in Suffern, New York for treatment. Officials later confirmed the beaver tested positive for rabies. The Mahawa Township Health Department said the animal had contact with multiple people over the weekend, and anyone who may have been exposed should seek immediate medical evaluation. Hopefully multiple people. The health department meant that a single group of people, because rabies is no joking matter. If you get the vaccine before symptoms arrive, you're good. If symptoms have arrived before you get it, you're almost 100% dead of brain inflammation. I didn't know that if you get rabies and you don't catch it before symptoms present, you're dead of a brain inflammation? All right. So, Good Samaritan Hospital, patients check in, but they don't check out. What do you mean they check in, but they don't check out? That's not okay. Laughing at it, he sounds like a tart who needs to have the beaver chew his nuts off. Why go for his nuts? Why go for his nuts? Yeah, you're smoked, and it's a bad way to go. It sounds like. I can't imagine brain inflammation being any fun. Raiju Jackson just got 90 days in prison, not multiple years. Okay. Is he still on? Shh, he hasn't moved in a week. Yeah, he looks good. Deep meditating. Are we talking about me or the robot? I thought they died because it makes you afraid of water, and then they die of dehydration. Rabies, I don't think, makes you afraid of water. Next up, rabid ticks. Well, if the fucking beaver is full of rabies and the ticks are drinking them, yeah. Can ticks transmit rabies? It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. So there's our first story about the children. This one is a rip and read, unfortunately. Apparently, now, as we all know, there's been a lot of like facial recognition shit. Phones do facial recognition. They do it as an age verification thing now. They're really kind of pushing this whole the government knows your face and it's logged, cataloged, and recorded everywhere you go. Well, I don't know how long this will be a thing, but right now, many of the AI services we use do not account for people drawing mustaches on their faces, and as a result, kids are circumventing age detection software by simply drawing mustaches on their faces. Many have turned to AI to look at live video of user and determine their age. But apparently kids are getting around it. In the UK, reports that kids have begun circumventing these age checks by simply drawing mustaches on their faces. Parents have all said they caught their children drawing on facial hair in a bid to evade the technology. One mother said, "I did catch my son using an eyebrow pencil to draw a mustache on his face, and it verified him as 15 years old." Okay, how old was the kid? 1,000 UK children, 46% said they believed age checks are easy to bypass, while 32% admitted to having done so. The UK's Department of Science, Innovation and Technology said that companies will still be held liable if a child bypasses their age verification system. Companies must stop turning a blind eye while children are exposed to harm, they added. Ofcom has our full backing to use its enforcement powers against those who fail to comply with this law. They said the government has also launched a consultation looking at everything from age limits to safer design features to full social media ban, adding they will act based on the latest evidence. Do we have kids actually, like a video of kids beating the age system? Huh. People are using video game characters to beat the age verification shit. How do you use a video game character to bypass it? Freckstar parody. Yeah, it's easy to bypass. And here's how we do it, idiots, right? Yeah, the kids aren't smart enough to know that you gotta pass on this. You can't go in and just admit it. You gotta back out and back out hard. Don't let them know you know how to beat it. Then they'll put up new rules. Oh, Red Scope, you're saying what St. Caesar was saying. Some kids are using Death Stranding Norman Reedus to bypass AI. And it works? Like, here's the thing to me. I can get that they do it, but it works? Like, they tried and it works? Damn. Norman Reedus. Hey, Norman Reedus, congratulations. You're helping children watch porn. It's not really your fault. You didn't aim for this. You didn't plan for it, but it's what happened. Oh, Lordy. All right, so for the dono we had earlier today, as well as that gifted stuff, I'm going to have me a little tootski because I don't mean to brag, but my legs are fucking killing me. And I did a lot of shit before the show, so you know what? We're going to do this. And I'm pretty confident we're not doing any hype trains today because, again, tomorrow's the big fun day, so let's kind of hold off for that. So this is for me. I hopefully will be seeing Digger in the next 45 minutes or so. It depends. She reads for like 2 hours, but it goes based on chapter. And then we'll be going to full 30 anyway. So we've got that. We've got, again, the, well, I guess we'll just get to this. The infected cruise ship that we've been talking about with hantavirus still out in the Atlantic. They dropped a bunch of their passengers on a tiny island. 140 apparently are still on board, and the CDC has an update for us. Is it a video? No, it's not. So we'll do this little rip and read. More than 24 passengers left the cruise ship hit by the outbreak on April 24th without contact tracing nearly 2 weeks after the first passenger died on board, the ship's operator told Dutch officials. So we have 24 people that could be carrying hantavirus. We have no idea where they are. The company said Thursday, the 29th, passengers left the vessel at St. Helena, while the Dutch Foreign Ministry put the number at about 40. So the company says 30. The Foreign Ministry says 40. How many fucking people? Oh, my dear Lord. That's where we're keeping it right now. St. Helena is a tiny island in the absolute middle of nowhere. However, it does have a runway, and that means those who left could theoretically be anywhere on the planet in the next 48 hours. Great. So we just dropped 30 to 40 people off right here on an island. Just an island in the South Atlantic. We just dropped them off on this little floating island here. And then, well, I suppose it's probably not floating. Dun-dun-dun. And then we just said, fuck it. We don't give a shit. They can get anywhere in the world from there. Hey, it's only hantavirus. We'll be fine. Quick, hantavirus vaccine. Really? Like, people were saying this isn't going to be the next COVID, like medical people. But with the way this story is folding out, I'm like, it's like they're trying to set it up to be the next COVID. Like, I kind of am on board with balls deep. We're going to hear about the new hantavirus vaccine next. King Kong Dong, good. Spread that shit. I mean, I would hope not. I don't want us to. I really hope we don't.
All right, I've been thinking.
Uh-oh.
When life gives you lemons,
maybe later.
don't make.
I'm in the middle of doing the thing right now, so thank you for that, though. And then I'm going to have to... and you didn't. switch that to vibrate. No. Vibrate. There we go. And we'll double check these quick to make sure we're not missing anything. Good and good. What's the difference between a grandma and a website? You can't refuse her cookies. I'd say the website you can't refuse the cookies half the time. Grandma's cookies you don't want to refuse. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Great. He's being a cat. 2 weeks to flatten the stupid eaters. I don't know if 2 weeks will be enough. I mean, we had these people bailing on the ship on what was the date that they got out of that they dropped people off? I don't know. It doesn't list the date. We're very clear on the numbers. Oh no, 2 weeks after the first passenger died on board. What's up, buddy? The viral outbreak on board the HV Hondius is hantavirus, a disease found in rodent droppings. It has more than a 30% lethality rate, but it does not usually transmit between humans, except that is for a strain in Argentina. Oh. So the Argentina strain that transmits between humans, they went bird watching and visited a landfill right before they got on the cruise ship. Oh, that sounds great. First confirmed case of hantavirus in a passenger on the ship was on May 2nd. So the other people got off 2 weeks beforehand. The World Health Organization previously said that it was in a British man evacuated from the ship to South Africa from the Ascension Island 3 days after the St. Helena stop. So 3 days before we lost a person, the other passengers bolted. Okay. 3 passengers have died in the outbreak and several others are sick. 3 people, including the ship's doctor, were evacuated Wednesday while the ship was near the West African island country of Cape Verde and taken to Europe for treatment. Both the husband and wife who originally contracted the disease are dead. A third deceased victim, a German woman, remains on board. Put her out at sea. Authorities in South Africa and Europe are trying to trace contacts of any passengers who previously got off the ship. But yeah, they could be anywhere now. They could be anywhere now. 3 people in the U.S., a flight attendant hospitalized with mild symptoms in the Netherlands, had contact with a woman who died of hantavirus in Johannesburg. That's when? That's on the 7th? Oh, great. That's literally today. That's not good. So we've got 3 people in the U.S. We knew about those yesterday. We've got 1 person in the Netherlands. Oh, shit. The CD says there's no reason to worry, but no one trusts them anymore, so it was sort of pointless. Okay, so here's the CDC update. Dr. J. Bhattacharya, our hearts go out to the passengers on board the cruise of the MV Hondius and their families during this difficult time. Our CDC team began coordinating with domestic and international partners as soon as we were notified of the hantavirus situation. We understand that people are concerned and looking for information, and that's why we provide clear and written health guidance to the American passengers through the State Department. The safety and health of the affected American travelers is our number 1 goal. Hantavirus is not spread by people without symptoms. Transmission requires close contact, and the risk of the American public contracting is very low. The CDC has the world's leading experts on hantavirus and is lending its technical expertise when coordinating with interagency partners. Yeah, why didn't you do that with the COVID virus? It's weird that you didn't want to coordinate then. State offices and international authorities are on response repatriation planning. We will be monitoring the health status and preparing medical support for all the American passengers on the cruise, and the CDC will continue to update as more information becomes available and remains committed to protecting the health and safety of the American public. Yeah, eat a dick. I don't believe you for a second. Isn't that what they said about COVID? Kind of, yeah. Wait, they have an outbreak and the doctor says peace out. Can he do that? He didn't say peace out. The doctor contracted the shit, man. They're having an outbreak on the boat, and the ship's doctor is one of the people that caught this stuff. Which makes me ask, is he following all the rules for washing your hands and not... Like, how did you contract this shit as the ship's doctor? But yeah, what do they do now? Do they fly in a new doctor? Do they get a new doctor? Or are they just doctorless? They'll have to activate their emergency medical hologram. Their EMH. I made a Star Trek fucking Voyager joke. It was for nobody but me, and I loved it. Because COVID was just a cold and a reason to keep us locked up, Johnny. Fine, nuke South Africa, and wherever they are in the U.S., it's probably California, so nobody will miss it. I don't know, man. The three people in the U.S., one, the Netherlands, I don't think are in Africa. I could be wrong about that. But the three people in the U.S. were in Georgia, Atlanta, and what was the third one? Where do we find that? What was the third one? Oh, you were right. One of them was California. Georgia, Arizona, and California. I was wrong. Not Atlanta. Georgia, Arizona, and California. So those three states. Those three. The doctor didn't Chakotay the protocols. I don't know. You're just listing a name. I don't think you need to Chakotay the protocols. I don't know. He's not a verb. It was the second in command. And that was so we could keep the rebels in check. Alrighty. So we're coming with a half hour left in the show. We're coming to the end of our first hour stuff. Our last thing for the first hour stuff, we got 2 hours left in the show and 2 hours of content. Perfect. Is the mayoral race in LA. I'm covering this just because I have very strong opinions about the question that's asked here, and I feel like the answer is pretty goddamn obvious, duh. But of the three people asked, two of them gave an answer that is utterly retarded, and well, we're gonna.
This is a yes or no question.
Okay. So the question is, should non-citizens be able to vote in local elections?
An answer. So there's an LA council member. He wants voters to decide. He is saying that non-citizens, should they be allowed to vote in local elections? Is this a yes or no, Mr. President?
Before they answer, let me give my answer. No, you're not a citizen. You don't get to have a say in the rules and the laws and the representatives who craft said rules and laws in government. You don't get that. Why? Because you're not a citizen of this country. If you're a citizen of this country, then you get that. I don't get to have any say in who the Prime Minister of Europe is, nor should I, because I live in Minnesota. So nobody that comes to Minnesota should get a say in who the governor, the mayor, the fucking state representatives are. They should not get any say in any of that just because they're here at the time. You need to be an American citizen. No voting allowed anywhere in the world you're not a citizen of. Simple. Yeah, it's a very simple rule. And this isn't even addressing the whole non-citizens shouldn't be here. So again, you should not be able to vote in an election. It seems like a pretty cut and dry answer. But again, if you don't want to agree with me, that's fine. Let's hear what the actual mayoral candidates had to say.
Pratt.
No.
Mayor Bass.
It depends.
All right, holy shit. I've never heard a candidate give such a short answer.
Mayor Bass.
It depends.
No, Mr. Pratt.
No.
Just immediately. No, not. Well, first, thank you for asking that question. I really appreciate you asking that question. This topic is something that a lot of people, including myself, care deeply about. Blah, 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 for like 5 minutes. Just really, nope. All right, short and sweet. The current sitting mayor, Karen Bass.
Mayor Bass.
It depends. It's not a yes or no.
Yes, it is. It's a yes or no. Either they have the right to influence local elections or they don't. What does it depends mean? Does it depends mean it depends on which way they're going to vote? What does it depends mean? Means if they're choosing to live here. Again, if you're saying non-citizens have the right to vote, it doesn't matter whether they're here on vacation for the weekend or they're staying here trying to become a citizen. There's, again, no right you should have to vote in elections if you're not a citizen of this country. If you're not paying in on taxes, if you're not doing all this stuff, you shouldn't have any. And if you are paying in on taxes as a non-citizen, you, again, don't get a say in the government. You're not a citizen here. Why don't you rectify that part first? If you're here on a visa, you, again, shouldn't. His eyes were replaced with my balls. They were for a hot moment. You shouldn't be it depends. This is the most middle of the field bullshit answer. Let me fill in what you mean by it depends. It depends. Are they voting Democrat or Republican?
Depends on what?
Well, first of all, when you say non-citizens, it doesn't mean they're here illegal. It doesn't.
We didn't say illegal or not. It's simple. Non-citizens means they are not currently a citizen of the United States. Again, non-citizen, no vote. I'm not saying they're illegal. I'm not saying they need to be go. Neither is he. And again, it's a simple answer. Do you get to vote or not? Are you a citizen? Then no, you don't get to vote. If you want the ability to vote, rectify the citizen part. It's a very simple thing. I'm tired of this idea that you don't have to be a citizen. You don't have to be a part of the country. You could be an illegal immigrant, but you're supposed to get all of the rights, privileges, and benefits. No. That's part of being the citizen thing. That's part of being the citizen thing. Oh, God. It depends.
They're here illegal. It doesn't mean they're undocumented. They could have green cards. They could be here perfectly legal. And there's a lot of states and cities that do that on very...
Again, the argument and question isn't do illegal immigrants get to vote? Non-citizens. It's a flat fucking no. You can be here legally on a visa. I still don't think you should get to vote in your representatives because, again, you don't have representatives. You're here temporarily. If they're entitled to government funds, they should get to vote. And be exempt from any culpability regarding crimes. If they're entitled to government funds, I think he means they shouldn't get to vote. I don't know. God, she sounds like a cunt. She does. But until we deport the people letting them in, I'll continue. I don't know what you mean by that. Balls deep. I'm confused. It's not, it depends. It's a yes or no question. Right, Red Scooper? It's a yes or no question. The guy even stated that. Ellie needs... Democrat answer is yes if they are on government assistance because we paid for their votes. Right. Johnny, I don't appreciate you dictating what my uncle, who is illegally here in the United States, can or can't do. Then don't be in the States illegally. Again, the whole not having all of the rights, privileges, and benefits of citizenship of the United States is what should motivate illegal residents to become full citizens or leave. Seems fairly straightforward. If you're not here legally, you don't get to pick. Not even not here legally. If you're not a citizen of the country, you don't get to have a say in how the government. What's to stop foreign agents from getting visas to be here during election season and voting then in local elections that they have no real part in, and they can pick up and go back home at any point in time. It's not a yes or no question. It depends. It's a yes or no question. That was the way it was prefaced. And if you're saying it depends, then guess what? You're saying yes. You're saying yes, non-citizens get to vote in local elections and affect government and local elections, which again, I'm saying no, that's not okay. Fuck it, put a bounty on my uncle, I'll deport him myself. I'm not even saying people need to deport it. That's what I'm saying. As far as I'm not even making that argument that illegal aliens need to be deported. I agree with that thought, but I'm not making that argument right now. The simple argument I'm making is not a citizen doesn't matter whether you're here legally or not. You're not a citizen. You don't get a vote. If you're a refugee, you don't get a vote until you're a citizen. Plenty of ways to become a citizen. Why does she have a Lego person head? Yeah, that does look like a hair piece that can just click off, and she'd have a giant nipple up there that's like, yeah, I get that. Does look very Lego, people. What part of yes and no does she not understand? Well, this is the same mayor that conveniently left L.A. when it started on fire.
Local elections, we have to see what the councilman is proposing.
Councilmember Bremen.
Yeah, I would say, again, it does depend. In other places, school boards have non-citizens.
Yes or no?
Non-citizens who
Mr. Fred.
It's not a yes or no question. You're not, like, again, it is a yes or no question. Because if you're saying it depends, then spoiler alert, your answer is yes. Your answer is yes. It's specific criteria for you, but your answer is yes. And if you can't figure that out, like these two chicks can't, you shouldn't be in the run for a mayoral race because you're an effing moron. He asked a yes or no question, and it depends means yes. Means yes. Certain examples, certain situations, so it's yes. And just say that. Yes, in certain situations, non-citizens should be able to vote in local elections. The fact that you can't give a straight answer means you literally won't say the quiet part out loud. Yes, provided we know those votes are going to go to us. If we had a sudden influx of people who were uber conservative voting for Republicans in the California primaries and stuff, we would say, no, they don't get to vote because we don't like their votes. It's so hypocritical and such bullshit. She's securing the illegal vote. Yeah. They want the illegal votes because guess who the illegal votes always go to? If the illegal votes were staunchly Republican, these two Democrats would be saying illegal aliens should not be allowed to vote. We should not be allowing non-citizens to vote. But that's not how it goes. So they want to protect that. And like I said, they're too dumb to realize it was asked as a yes or no question. So it depends is literally you saying yes. So just for the short and sweet version, no, yes, yes. That's easy. But these chicks are too stupid to figure that out. For example, these two women should not be allowed to vote as they don't understand the question. Right? You want to be the mayor, but you don't understand that question, and you actually think that it depends is different from yes. No, it depends means yes. It means yes, some people do get to do that. It depends. Yes. So that's yes. No is flat out no. Everybody doesn't. Yes doesn't mean everybody does. Yes just means some people do. It depends. No, it doesn't. It literally doesn't. If you are not a citizen, you don't deserve. Why should people who are not citizens of this country get rights that we don't give to paroled and released and rehabilitated convicts? Why should citizens of this country get rights we don't give to ex-cons? It's really weird. Non-citizens get things that they can do that ex-cons can't. I'm a big fan of the idea that if you've paid your penance, if you've done your time for your crime, and you're out and you're off parole and Dunsky, ex-con, you should be able to vote. You should be able to take advantage of all of the benefits of society that you weren't able to take advantage of before, because guess what? You've been behaving yourself. It's called rewarding good behavior. And on top of that, like I said, if you commit a crime in this country and you go to jail for a little bit, you might not get to vote. You might not have voting rights. But, this guy that literally just got off the plane and has a visa, doesn't really live here, has a passport, has a family, and a life in another country, he gets to decide who writes the law. What? If we repeal the 19th, this argument ends easily. Well, I can't say that. They are making that angry. I want to throw something at TV. I'm sorry. St. Caesar, this is in California. It doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't affect, as someone who lives in England, it doesn't affect you in the slightest. Worth a shot, in my humble opinion. Well, you know what? At least you're coming up with ideas. The important part is you're spitballing, seeing what sticks. I appreciate that. Johnny, a lot of ex-cons can vote now as long as it's for the left. Again, I don't want a for the left or for the right. I feel like rights, like voting rights like that, should be unilateral. It shouldn't be politically aligned. And that's, again, the problem with these two chuckleheads over here is that they believe that non-citizens should vote because the demographics swing their way. If it went the other way, they'd be against it, and we all know it, and it's a fucking hypocritical bullshit. And so I'm just for a flat-out, doesn't matter whether you're going to vote Republican or Democrat, you're not a citizen, you don't get to vote. You're not a citizen. You don't get to vote. It's that simple. We shouldn't let idiots vote. I agree. I shouldn't just be able to go vote. I should have to prove I'm not stupid, which I wouldn't, so I wouldn't be able to vote. Nor should I. I'm not always the most informed person on a topic. I'm not necessarily the best decision maker in terms of who should or shouldn't be in charge. The last time I felt strongly about a candidate being the right call because it'll do the right thing was Donald Trump, and let's see how that worked out. You know, so But yeah, I agree with you. We shouldn't let idiots vote, but I feel like we should at the very least, I feel like the common ground line should be you have to be a citizen of this fucking country to vote. You have to be a citizen of this country to get to vote. But if we did stuff like that, Minnesota might still be a Republican state. These dumb cunts awaken my inner racist. Oh, dear Lord. I want a cookie. Wait, I'm just high. It makes one of us. I'm not high. And as far as staying away from the jelly beans, I'm going to have to worry about that tomorrow. It's like you live in another state, but I'm on vacation here. So let me vote. Right? Do I get to... So does that mean non-citizens get to vote? Does that mean non-state residents get to vote? Can I take a road trip down to California just to vote in the mayoral election? That's not legal. I shouldn't get to do that. But non-citizens get to vote. Why can't I? Why can't the whole country lean in and vote? You know what? Fine. Let's do it your way, Karen Bass. Everybody gets to vote for your election. You don't have to be a citizen. Fucking bullshit. Anyways, so we're like California's screwed, and it's a boat anchor, and it's tied to us. So oh dear Lord! All right, I've got another clip from the mayoral race thing. As I was closing that out, and I read the...
Go.
All right. So, Neetha Raman is, I guess, pushing, like, helping homeless people and stuff. This dude totally called her out.
Below the Harbor Freeway tomorrow with her, and we can find some of these people she's going to offer treatment for. She's going to get stabbed in the neck. These people do not want a bed. They want fentanyl or super meth. These ideas cost us over $400 million to house.
If we go down and, so, like, he's literally proposing, go help the people. She's not going to do that. She doesn't want to help people. She wants to claim she wants to help people. Did the man candidate answer, Johnny? Yeah, he answered short and sweet. He literally just said no. They said, yes or no, do you believe this? And he just went, no. And then they moved on. And then, again, the two idiot liberal women had to say the exact same thing. Matthew Q. Wait, there's super meth now? Apparently there's super meth. Super meth gets you so high you literally fly. Wait a minute. We got super meth? Up next is super duper meth. I was high on super meth. Dear Lord. Oh, I want to try this super meth. Sounds super. Yeah, right? Sounds awesome. You know what? I can't fault anybody who wants to get high on super meth. Oh, boy. Super meth. This is hilarious. All right, so they want to get high on super meth. They're going to stab her. Again, I dare her to do that, though. Like, he kind of dropped the gauntlet. Like, you're saying you want to do this thing. Go help those people. Again, Karen Bass and this lady, they don't want to help. They want to fucking screw everybody in the state over. Digger is here? No, she isn't. Oh, Digger's in the chat. Hey, Digger, how's it going? Let's open up the Discord and go all the way down over there. Yep, she's over there. So we're already there. Join the damn thing. Do that. Do this. And I got to turn all this stuff on. How you doing, Digger?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Ah, that's great. I saw my feed has your reading stream up, but it didn't have your camera up. But did you take your camera down so you could like?
I just took it down for a minute. I'm hurting, so that way I could pace.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't help any though. I was having a hard time paying attention to what I was reading, so I figured, finish the chapter and come hang out with you instead.
Well, that's fun. You missed it earlier. We were doing we covered a couple of religious topics.
Okay.
And we had a pastor saying that the Bible doesn't literally say that Jesus Christ is the only way to inherit the kingdom of heaven, which was one that, as someone, again, who isn't ordained or believes of a specific religion, I'm like, look, I'm not a devout follower of the book, but I'm pretty sure that was a staunch rule. Like that
Yeah.
So that was fun. That was interesting. Also, in South Korea, so a whole different religion. Buddhists just ordained a robot.
A robot?
Yeah, Gabby is the first Buddhist monk robot. I don't know. Apparently, he or she. I don't know. Gabby. It's remarkably. It sounds feminine. So she, I guess. I don't know. That robot is again apparently going to achieve Buddhist enlightenment. I don't know how, but. A lot of people had some fun thoughts, like you can't tell when the robot's praying versus when it's just powered down. So it was a fun time.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can meditate forever.
Los Federales just said, you're hurting for a squirtin'. That sounds weird.
Could you turn your camera on and share the screen?
I'm getting to that. It's a process.
Oh, yeah? Okay, good.
It's a process. So we are getting to that. There we go there, and there we go there. So yeah, we just covered a clip out of the candidates for the California mayoral race, and the presenter said yes or no, do non-citizens get to vote in local elections? And so the Republican guy just goes no, and they literally move on. So it's a 2-second answer. Both of the Democratic candidates are, well, it depends, because not every person who's a non-citizen is an illegal alien. It's like, nobody said anything about illegal aliens. This is, again, a very base rule that, again, is a straight yes or no question. And the part that pissed me off is that, like, these two idiots want to be in charge of L.A., but they don't understand that when asked yes or no, should non-citizens get to vote, if your answer is, it depends, that is a default yes. Yeah. It's yes under circumstances. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So if they were going to be honest and not fucking lie through their teeth, they'd say, yes, certain non-citizens deserve the right to vote in local elections. But as opposed to that, they go, well, it depends, because what they really meant is, it depends. Right now, a lot of non-citizens vote Democrat, but we don't want to just say that they should get to vote, because what if they don't? And I'm for this. If we're gonna go by their rule that non-citizens get to vote, then I should get to have a holiday every year where I drive down to California to vote in the mayoral election. I should get to say, guys, I'm going on my vacation. Why? I'm road tripping down to California to vote in the mayoral election. After I say that Karen Bass can't be the mayor of LA, I'm getting back in my car and driving back to Minnesota. And if anyone in LA has a problem with that, that's the exact same principle as a non-citizen voting. So,
yeah. They might as well have just said yes in the first place.
Right. They should have just said yes, short and sweet. But they had to lie through their teeth. And that's why the guy that should be the mayor, the straight talking, literally that guy, he's not going to get the gig.
He'll never win.
He's not going to. It's fucking L.A. He's not. The Republican isn't going to win in L.A. even if.
No.
And that's the worst part. They're gonna vote for the other Democrat. So like both of the Democratic candidates spout the exact same talking point. They're the exact same thing. But the people in LA are so mad at Karen Bass for how she's managed things that they'll vote for the other person who's just carbon copy Karen Bass, except now she is of Indian descent as opposed to a black lady. As like, congratulations, you got the same person who believes the same stuff, who's gonna do the same stuff. It's just you're not pissed at her yet. Like, it's just like, you guys wonder how the situation doesn't improve. Like, that's one thing that I always feel bad about for like people who supported Trump. Like, a lot of us supported Trump hoping a lot of this situation would improve. And now that it didn't, we feel hoodwinked. But I get annoyed by people who are like, see, you should have voted for Kamala. Like, why? So we just picked this willingly? So you're saying, so we should have just voted to be in this shitty situation by choice? Like, the whole, like, we got had thing, I feel like, yeah, whatever. Anyways, so I think Johnny should go to California and vote Tim Walz in for mayor of LA County. No,
wish it works that way.
No, I don't want. I want Tim Walz literally brought into court and held held to the full extent of the law for crimes he's violated and all that stuff. But that's not going to happen. I'd like his embezzlement and all that shit to be like brought to light and prosecuted, but it's not going to be.
Right. Well, no.
So, Matthew Q, why do cats like smelly socks? Because they smell. Cats like smells. It's a weird choice. Anyways, so we've got all those things done. That's all of our first hour story stuff. You got here just as we finished the first hour story stuff. So,
perfect.
So we're there with that. We've got like an hour and a half left in the show. We got plenty of things to get into. We had a nice little dono come in on the on the YouTube at the start of the show, and then we've got a little Twitch money. So we're sitting at $60 for the Tuesday the 12th goal, and tomorrow, of course, is the crazy torture stream. So
it's the fun stream, yes.
Right. I'm sorry I didn't answer your text messages earlier. By the way, I was out and about trying to find.
I assumed you were busy.
Yeah, I was trying to find Marmite, and it didn't go well.
Oh no. Yeah, I keep forgetting about special ordering it.
I mean, I could, but it won't be here for tomorrow. And I
won't be here for tomorrow,
I do
but...
still have some. So do I have
or
enough?
Maybe you can just get rid of the Marmite and use only Vegemite tomorrow.
No. only as a last resort. Vegemite is demon sauce.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
So like and for some reason the fact that it's in a squeeze bottle makes it even worse. But yeah, no, so the Marmite, like I said, I'll have to order this tomorrow or tonight, and it'll be here by the weekend or whatever. So we'll have it for next month for sure. But what we have left will hopefully work for tomorrow. How convenient for Digger forgetting to order Marmite. She doesn't have to do stuff.
Sometimes my bad memory works in my favor. Not often, but sometimes. I have tried both of them, so I do know what they taste like.
Okay, I just put it in the comments. What are we talking about? Bricks Gaming? I have no idea.
Oh, he did a song about us, and he dropped it in the Discord. I just haven't looked yet.
Which comments? I don't put the link somewhere we can maybe play it. But yeah, so I couldn't find the Marmite. I ran around doing a bunch of different stuff. Did not manage to find the Marmite, but I got a lot of other things taken care of. I've got everything ready for tomorrow's Fun Diddly broadcast. So that will be crazy days. And it's our last day as King Kong Dong's Ping Pong Paddles sponsor. So
Yes.
Rusty Grammar, I can't judge. I'm too tarded to even know how to go live, let alone fix a tech issue. Launching a stream is actually remarkably simple. You just have to figure out which way you're going to do it and then learn the setup. But it's not like super duper difficult. Learn it once and you're done. So you'll be good. You'll be fine. It'll be okay. Oh, I didn't get to tell you this yet. So I, as I said, was getting the supplies for tomorrow. Oh shit. I forgot kippers.
Uh-oh.
I'm just taking kippers off. I'm not going out and getting kippers tomorrow. I always have kippers left over, and the cats are fucking torturous about it, and they fight over it, so I can't just give them kippers anymore. I got to make sure I do it at the right time, and, like, I have to make sure they don't have seasoned ones, and I completely forgot, so I'm probably just going to take the kippers out.
Okay.
So, and you can put Swedish Fish wherever you want. Johnny, have you decided if you're going live on Sunday, sir? I don't know. That's this weekend, probably not, because this weekend is going to be rough recovering from Friday. So I have not decided. I'm in Wiedek in the comments.
Yeah. In the comments. Where in the comments? I thought you said you dropped it in the Discord. Sorry. Are you in the Discord? Because you could drop it that way.
I can run building automation systems, but live streaming looks complicated. It really isn't. No kippers is great, says Matthew Q. I mean, what do you mean great? Like great we're not doing it? Or I don't know. I'm not doing the kippers. I forgot them. I just literally spaced it. I went out shopping today to grab the last bits of stuff, and I forgot the kippers. But guess what I found while I was out shopping?
Okay, what?
Salted caramel.
No, really?
A whole fucking end
Just
cap.
sitting there on the shelf
A
like
whole
it
fucking
belongs
end
there?
cap. There was piles of it, man.
5, 6.
Here's the hilarious part. It wasn't on the shelf. So I rolled down the aisle of Canadian whiskey, and I'm like, oh, dude. And people always have to help me because I'm in a wheelchair. So I'm just kind of mouth slightly agape looking at shit, and they had to send someone to come help me. So when the person comes down to help me, and she comes down, she's like, what are you looking for? And I told her what I'm looking for. And I'm like, I'm looking for Crown Royal salted caramel. I've heard it's utterly delicious, and I wanted to try it. And she's like, okay, well, she's like, we do have it. And I'm like, well, I'm looking, and all I see is chocolate, green apple, peach, black, whatever that is. I've never tasted black before. So, like,
They've got a lot of flavors.
Yeah, they had a lot. and this is the funny part. She's like, well, I know we have it. And she literally turns to the side. She's like, oh, it's right here. And literally on the end of the aisle that I just rolled in, like not even 2 feet away from me, just a whole end cap of salted caramel. So I grabbed one of those. And then when I grabbed one of those, she let me in on a secret. There is a Smirnoff, I think they're called Caramel Kisses or whatever. But there's a flavored Smirnoff, a salted caramel Smirnoff that's just as good and tastes almost exactly the same and also cheaper, at least in my store that I went to. So I could have, or at least to get more bang for your buck, it might be a bigger bottle.
Yeah.
But either way, so it just ended up kind of being. So I went with that, and she's like, yeah. So she's like, normally I wouldn't say this, but you could save a few bucks by going over here. And I'm like, yeah, no. The thing is, I have to torture somebody with my access to this particular booze. So that's St. Caesar Digger teleporting to Johnny right now. I made that joke either on the show or just between the two of us. It's like, if I have this stuff, I'll just hold it up in front of the camera and you'll just magically break the laws of physics and time and just appear next to me. Yeah, but then, I think it was off camera. Because then when I said that, you're like, yeah, and I'll just take it and then I'll leave and go home.
And I'll leave.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you leave? Why would you? It's my booze, you dirty bastard.
Hey. Did it to yourself. You could have just waited and we could have enjoyed a bottle together when I get there.
Sandy
But no, you had to try and get it early and then tease me.
Why don't you just Johnny, you have tasted black. We hung out on Sunday, says Brent. No. That's bullshit. Did we hang out on Saturday? Why do you Well, not in person. Why don't you just do like minced garlic or something instead of Marmite? I have Vegemite 1, 2 minced garlic. I like, but I don't know that I want to eat a spoonful of it. So yeah, I wouldn't prefer minced garlic in particular. That's a weird one. And again, I really like garlic, so that's the thing. So
yeah,
Vegemite is a war weapon. It might be.
Blackpool whale, Bricks. Blackpool whale, right? It's the only one in General Nuggets that I see.
General Nuggets. Yeah, I don't. It's been a while.
If it's not the whale song, then I don't see it. It is the whale song. Okay, cool. So I'll take a listen to it and share it with Wild via email because she doesn't do Discord.
Oh, it's supposed to.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also, Rusty, I keep avoiding the Crown Peach because I'm not
a peach fan.
Just not sure. No, I love peaches.
I don't.
Artificial peach can be great, or it can be not. Like the fuzzy peach candies are awesome. Yeah, so I've avoided it. I'm really not sure. What would you mix the peach with? Like, what would be if you're not doing shots, what would you use as a mix for peach? Because I've been interested.
That brings me to a follow-up question. Should I not just drink the salted caramel straight?
Oh no, you should totally drink it straight. Yeah, go ahead and drink it straight.
It's sitting in the fridge right now. And I was thinking, like, tonight's raid night, so in a perfect world, I'd have my big-ass ice cubes already in the freezer, and I didn't think of this, so I don't. But I'd just have my little tumbler with one big-ass ice cube and, like 2 fingers of booze, and just kind of sip on it throughout the evening, just a little, not getting drunk, not getting tipsy, just having a little booze, just a little unwinder. But, you never know.
Rusty's saying he drinks it straight, so okay.
I don't know. I just drink it straight. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to drink it straight.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mix the apple sometimes. With like the apple's really nice with ginger ale.
Oh, I found the booze I was talking about last time. It's not Blind Squirrel, or it's not, I don't know, whatever. It's called Blind Squirrel for the peanut butter whiskey. And I found the flavor that I thought was, oh my God, delicious. And I if I hadn't found the salted caramel Crown, I was going to buy a little bottle of this Fluffernutter whiskey.
Fluffernutter whiskey.
Fluffernutter whiskey. And for people who don't know, a Fluffernutter is the greatest sandwich in the world. It's peanut butter and marshmallow fluff in one delicious sandwich. Make it on brioche bread, and it's literally a dessert. That's it. That's all it is. If you take a loaf of like brioche bread and you put Fluffernutter on that, like, no offense, that's dessert. You're eating dessert. And then if you want to get crazy, as opposed to peanut butter, you use Nutella. Congratulations, s'more sandwich. Like, there you go. That is entirely dessert, regardless of the bread choice. Like, even if you use whole wheat, like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. You're eating dessert. No wonder the U.S. is so fat overall, says St. Caesar. Eat a dick. So anyways, I saw the Fluffernutter whiskey, and I was like, oh, I wanted to buy that again. But like I said, they had the salted caramel. So
you're going to enjoy it. It really is. It is delicious.
My point is, if you just move here, you could have salted caramel.
Right? Well, yeah. Get on it, doggone it.
I'm sorry. Do you have the money to move here already? Am I the one holding this whole
thing?
thing?
No, not at all. But,
All right, then, since I'm making headway on replacing medical equipment for me and everything else and all that stuff, I'd say maybe eat a little bit of it. Just a little bit of a dick before, just maybe some moves. Anyways, so at any rate, let's go load our second hour stories. So, we've got some fun stories for the second hour, which is fun because we only have an hour and a half left in the show. We have a couple discovering that somebody's living in their basement. We have a man who sets himself on fire and pulls a police car down the street with his genitals to raise awareness. I don't know what awareness we're raising.
Awareness for what?
Well, don't
he
worry.
sets
We'll
himself
get to
on fire
Mhm.
and then attaches his genitals to a cop car and pulls it.
No, he attaches his genitals to a cop car and then sets himself on fire and then pulls it.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Well, that makes a little more sense.
It'd be way harder to start, adhering yourself to a cop car.
Once you're already aflame, that's right. That's
Right.
true. Yeah.
And we have a campus in Illinois that had to cancel classes.
Oh, what happened?
We'll get to that. It's the last one. We'll get
That's
to
the
that.
fun bit, eh?
That's as they call, that's the hook. All right. So, firstly, the Arkansas couple, they discovered that a homeless man is secretly living in their basement. Where
Okay.
was this? Yeah,
Yeah.
Arkansas. So, we've covered Colorado and California people discovering bears living in their crawl space and under. Yeah.
Bears
These
and-
people
and-
these people found out a set of shoes disappeared, and that led to them discovering somebody's living in their basement, which makes me ask, how are they getting access to the basement and you don't know about it?
Yeah. How do you not know?
I don't know how Arkansas does basements, but up in the frozen tundra that I live in, basements, in order to access, you got to be inside. And even if the basement, and this is a huge even if the basement has an exterior access point, it still has an internal one. The idea being that the basement was traditionally the root cellar and the cold storage. So that's where you kept your meat and everything else before you beat it. So that Illinois school thing was so stupid. Yeah, Brian knows. Brian knows about the Illinois school thing. I prefer the topless bell thing. I think a lot of us do, because that lady had some great knockers. I mean, after all, look how they rang the bell. But it just...
It was a great knocker.
Thank you. I like that joke too. So yeah, that being that, yep. So we've got all that. We'll get into those. There was something I was going to talk to you about, and I've spaced on it since we've done everything. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
Do not know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I can't place it. Cannot place it. But either way, so glad to have you here. Sorry I wasn't available more. I was out and about doing stuff.
That is fine.
And so yeah, I can't place. The back of my brain had been trying to place what the thing I was going to talk about was. We've got a couple of fun stories in the third hour. One of them I definitely want to get to, but if we don't today, we have to do it tomorrow, because it's a tow truck driver who got stuck did he get stuck or did he help unstick? Either way, we got a Canadian moose story. So
okay.
I figured that'd make you happy. But yeah, and then we've got the New York Times that is being sued by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for passing over promotions for white men.
Oh, again?
No, yeah. I don't know if it's again or if this is the lawsuit from it, but either way, we have white men going, apparently we weren't allowed to be promoted because we weren't black or Latino or diverse or gay or biracial or sexually androgynous. We were just white dudes, so our skill didn't matter. And that's I'm so glad that this lawsuit is going through, because the same people are like, we need equality, we need diversity, we need to punish people who don't promote people of these groups. It's right?
Yeah.
So everybody deserves promotions. Why didn't you promote the white guys? Because they're white? That's racist. So guess what we're going to do now?
Yeah.
We're going to sue you for racial prejudices. But I can't be racist. I support black people. It's that's not what racist means, asshole.
Yeah.
That's not. In fact, you can be someone who entirely supports black people over and above all other races. And guess what that makes you? Racist. That makes you a racist. So I love that we're finally apparently steering the ship back to, look, you can do these DEI. We only promote people if they fill in these separate boxes that have nothing to do with the job qualifications. But now we finally, like, those same people that had the same, well, we have to impose these laws about this and that and the other, not promoting people or simply refusing to promote people based on their skin color is abject racism, right? So since you're doing it to white people. Again, I feel like the whole thing would be easily solved if we just, treated these things as one person, as one wise person said, judge people not based on the color of their skin, but the content of their character. It just feels like if we followed that advice, it'd go great. It'd go great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, well. Who wants to hire someone who knows what they're doing? Yeah.
I don't like mixers. That's how you get a morning headache. The sugar. Well, another way you get a morning headache, fucking not enough water and not enough electrolytes. So either have a little Powerade before you go to bed, or maybe just a little glass of water. A little hydration help immensely. All right. How strong are his balls? That's strong enough to pull a cop car. I'd rather have a bear than a homeless man. Right? And why was that? As Red Scooper says, bears have less disease than a homeless man. Pretty much. And then Wild Saffron, yeah, and you don't need to worry about needles with a bear. Yeah, and like I said, how do you miss the homeless person living in your house? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I still don't understand. I mean, a lot of times there's a door to the outside from the basement.
Not a
homes here.
Not a lot.
Here.
But
there are a lot of them here in BC.
Okay.
So that's not an odd thing to me. But yeah, how do you not know there's someone living in your basement? Like, do you never go down there?
I don't know, man. There's a video here that I want to play it. So if they don't cover all the stuff that's in the text, I'll come back and do the text. But we have people apparently in this video again showing and saying how this is a thing. Bear pelts also make a better carpet than a bum skin.
Yes, that's true too.
If this is the entryway, what the fuck?
Harding University.
It is. You got a fucking weird door. You've got a upper house.
Professor Dutch Hoget thought something was off.
We noticed that chairs had been moved around in the house. We noticed that some of our food was missing.
He and his wife shared their concerns with their daughter Charisse and son-in-law Mark.
I think they thought they were both going crazy. And
all right, I don't know. Food missing, chairs moved around. I'm going ghost. I'm afraid of no ghosts. But yeah, again, I wouldn't think I'm going crazy.
I'm like, that doesn't happen at the same time suddenly.
Yeah. While Dutch was at church, Charisse, Mark, and Dutch's wife Sharon started searching the house. Sharon went in first.
She went further into the closet, and that's when I saw her eyes get really big, and she starts to back out, and she says, "There's someone in there. I see their leg." Or their jeans or something.
It was an intruder, a man who said he was homeless, who left the house and was promptly arrested.
I could tell he wasn't really a threat, but I had him step outside, and then I sat him down and I just talked to him for a little while till the police came.
The man's story was a wild one. He said he first entered through the home's crawl space.
And he was here for how long, do y'all think?
Well, probably one night.
Before making his way into the basement sometime Tuesday morning and staying through Wednesday evening, forming a makeshift bed deep in a storage closet underneath the stairs. The family says they feel more empathy than anger.
We're not
terribly thrilled about the shit he took on the stairs, but more empathy than anger. Like, no, I'd be angry.
Wow.
I would be angry partially with myself that my defenses are not good enough to have prevented this intruder. Because, yeah, sure, this time the homeless guy was harmless.
Yeah.
But what if next time the homeless guy isn't harmless? What if the next one is like, oh no, what if the next one's rabid like a bear? And
yeah.
What if the next one's hungry like
a wolf?
You know what, dude?
You're a cunt.
Let's go back. I meant to play.
Angry at this man. I feel sorry for the man. I'm glad we figured out there was somebody living in the house, because this could have gone on for much longer than
it could have. And that's the other thing. Like, I don't feel anger. I feel empathy. Like, how long? Like, yeah, he's only been here for a couple nights. How long would he stay?
Right.
Like, does he ride this out until he's caught? He's like, I just go up.
Well, if I were him, I would. Yeah. Nice, dry, warm.
St. Caesar, you could have took him in and helped him get a job. No, you can't. You can't.
Oh no, there's a a documentary sort of thing going around right now. A woman, I can't remember. I think she's German, but she decided to take an immigrant into her own home. She decided to, okay, money where my mouth is, and she brought this immigrant man into her home. He proceeded to make her life a living hell, and trash her house and everything. It was awful. Attack people, and she thought, how best to get this guy out? I know, I'll bring a different immigrant in to make him move out. And those two got into a fight. I think there was a biting involved. But yeah, so she's being interviewed by this reporter, and she's like, I don't understand why it didn't work.
Balls Deep saying, that's not empathy, Mr. Homeowner. That's pussyitis with a side of gay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I understand the urge to feel empathetic, but here's where my empathy dies out. This guy's been here for how many nights? And now we found him. How long does this behavior continue? This person's willing to do this. Was there a super bad storm recently or something that justified them staying here without even notifying you for the last 3 or 4 days? Like, that's not okay. And like I said, the other problem I have with this, this one was harmless. Not all of them are. And if this happened once, it could happen again. Like, this guy knows what an easy access point is. You better get some sort of door latch on there that's way better than whatever the crap this shit is.
Yeah, that's just a piece of, like, plywood or something.
Like, if this is supposed to be an emergency exit, which I doubt, because it doesn't look like there's any handle over here.
No, I don't. He found a way in from here to the basement.
Then get a fucking padlock on that shit, man. So
yeah.
Bum fights live from my living room. Bet I could sell tickets. Dude, if we honestly wrong button. If we started just making like gladiatorial fights for people that are like low down disenfranchised people, but they could win a shitload of money. Like, again, like I had said, like, you could do a real live Squid Game, and we've got a lot of people that are like, wait a minute, so you're telling me I'll die if I do this and fail, but if I win, I'm going to be like set for life? Yeah, I'll bet my life. I'll do it. You got a lot of people that'll sign on for that. Not just like homeless bums. You've got a lot, and then you've got a lot of other people that'll be like, I'll sign on for that, and I'll fuck over everyone along the way so I can get all the money. Right?
Yeah.
Balls Deep plot twist. That's his wife's lover. Like, not to shit on his wife, but if that's her lover, she's got horrible taste. That dude looked like shit.
I don't think he was trying to be a bad guy.
He broke into your home, ate your food, and never even acknowledged his presence to you. No offense. Yes, he didn't do anything violent. Yes, he has a poor, downtrodden story. That's a bad guy. Someone that's willing to just take your food without talking to you. Like, if he wasn't trying to be a bad guy, he would have asked if you could give him a place to stay for the night. If you could help him out. That's not a bad guy. The guy that breaks into your house and decides to live in your basement and eat your food until you fucking find him. Yeah. Not the worst guy in the world, but he's not a good one. And by the way, is this a fucking high school report? How young is this fuck? Jesus Christ, son.
I was wondering that too.
Like, I can see your Adam's apple, but have both your balls dropped yet?
There's plenty of opportunities where he could have taken things.
There's like, dude, this is my problem with these people. I swear they're Canadian. There's plenty of opportunities where he could have taken things, and so yeah, he did. He did take things. Food. He took your food.
Food.
And then he's been there again. You don't know for how long. You assume
He's been living
2 to
in
3
your
days.
space.
Right, 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
He didn't feel the most comfortable to go around. He moved chairs, took a pair of shoes, and some food. No
And some
offense.
food.
He's stealing what he can.
Yeah.
If he started taking like your TV, you might notice that shit.
You'd notice. Yeah.
And again, how long do you let this go on before he does start doing stuff like that? How long does the guy stay in your basement? Again, he's not the worst person in the world, but he is not a good guy.
It seemed like he was just trying to get out of the elements, trying to survive.
Oh, dude. This is how you get killed in your sleep.
The Crown Royal bag makes an amazing dice bag. The one I bought didn't come with a bag. There was
yeah, we used to have Crown Royal bags filled with marbles, and I don't know what happened to my bag full of marbles. I lost them years ago.
I'm tempted to buy like the chocolate or whatever to get it because I know the ones in the box will have the bag. And I'm like, I'll do it just to get the bag, but nah. And you're right, they do make an amazing dice bag. I could use a new dice bag because the only dice bags I have are for like specific sets of dice, but I have so many sets that I'd prefer just one big ass bag. The way you have your Santa sack, I'd have my dice sack.
Yes. Okay.
But I have to move before any of that matters because all of my werewolf stuff is in crates. All of my I had a friend drop this off on me because she didn't have space for it anymore and stuff. And we've since drifted apart and she never asked for it back. So as far as I know, I just get to keep it. I have a fucking like third edition? Yeah, I think it's second or third, whatever the last one was before the latest one. So it's either first or second edition. I have like a first or second edition collection of werewolf books and the side species and the mage stuff and all that stuff. So if you ever wanted to do vampire, werewolf, fantasy, D&D, I have the whole set.
That?
Well, not the whole set. Just I have a shit ton of books for it. Haha, Digger lost her marbles. She did.
Yeah, I lost my marbles years ago.
Guy sounds like he enjoys being pegged. Which guy? The homeowner, the newscaster, or the guy who broke in the house? I could believe any one of those three
all of them
wanted to get pegged. So there you go. Let's close that out. Yeah. Clicky. So yeah, I just I wouldn't mind doing that if we ever can. You and I can set up a game thing. Okay. Johnny Eights Books, great fucking show today, Johnny. Thank Christ Digger is okay. Why wouldn't she be okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be okay?
She was doing good before. She just needed to get a little stretchy and not elastic, bruised and battered, badly damaged, stretchy. I can't fucking get that fucking song out of my head now that I just said stretchy. It's gonna be there for a while. God, The 10 is a great movie. Underrated. Paul Rudd. Fuck, I can't even list the names that are in it. There's a variety of them. It's a goddamn good fucking movie. Look for The 10.
It really was, yeah.
Anyways, so we did promise an Englishman pulling a police car with his genitals while on fire to raise awareness. I'm gonna see if it says it in here, and it doesn't. If it doesn't on this video, this video to the post. Oh, it doesn't. Good. All right. So I'm just going to air this, and you don't see anything.
I was just gonna say he's fully dressed.
He's fully covered. Well, it's not about being indecent. It's about raising awareness. So I don't know if this is his wife. I don't know if that's a dude or a girl.
I'm pretty sure that's a girl.
But it looks like they're trying to spark up. It looks like they're trying to spark up the hoodie. I hope it's like pre-soaked or something. Do people know what they're doing with this, or are we just lighting him on fire? Because he doesn't look like he's wearing gloves and other things.
No.
So what's going to go on fire? And she's still sitting there trying to light it.
And,
She's got a long stick lighter. Okay. Is he supposed to be on fire? I was promised he's on fire. There's nobody in the car. He's pulling the cop car.
Up the hill.
Oh, now he's
he is
finally on fire.
Okay.
Oh, this is from the other angle.
Get him out.
Okay, so you couldn't see the fire because of the angle.
Right.
And now it's out.
Oh, and it already went out. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it's glancing around. It's like it's too windy.
Oh.
All right. Let's see if anyone
You
guessed.
should have used the cold burning gel.
Jesse, how are you feeling today, Johnny? I'm good. I just
Jesse.
still have issues with the sleeping
Good to
stuff.
see
Had to
you.
get up and do a lot of shit this morning, so had trouble getting out of first gear. But we're good. Also, the less said about... Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about.
That's not a concern.
I feel bad this guy is allowed to vote. He's retarded. You don't know. That's he's not raising awareness about mental tardation. Let's finish the last 10 seconds. Okay.
I can't.
raising
I have no
awareness.
idea. Testicular torsion, says Red Scoper.
It's an interesting one. I'd also accept people saying raising awareness about police officers would be wrong. So
Is it, yeah, ball cancer?
prostate cancer. Somebody got it. St. Caesar got it.
Oh, no.
Prostate cancer.
what
He might
does-
have cheated too. I don't know because he's in the air. He gets John Stephenson, 50, is a strong man who, using a rope attached to his genitals, became the first person to pull a car, a 2-ton French police vehicle, with his penis while on fire. The dad of 3 admitted it hurt, quote, quite a bit, but that everything was still, quote, intact. Stevenson had previously pulled a car with his penis while on fire and decided to combine the two to raise awareness for prostate cancer. Okay. Oh, he previously.
Jesse
oh,
makes
okay.
a good point.
So they didn't spell this right. He'd previously pulled a car with his penis, and he'd previously pulled a car while on fire, and he decided to combine the two to raise awareness for prostate cancer. What does it prove?
I don't know.
And again, I
know.
don't.
Maybe
what was-
maybe it burns. Maybe prostate cancer burns. And maybe it
well, you know
feels-
what? He spoke to TMZ about this. I guess.
Okay.
I didn't read. Holy
That's
shit!
lovely.
3 minutes and 46 seconds that they interviewed him about this. I don't know that we want to go into that in depth, but
We're going there now.
they linked this in the YouTube thing, or not the YouTube, the Twitter thing. So let's see.
Gun car with your penis. The fire seems kind of like irrelevant.
Irrelevant?
I mean, why
Yeah,
bother with the
redundant.
fire?
Why add that
you
whipped
don't
cream
need,
on top?
You don't need it.
Well, the simple explanation for the fire was when I researched this, I wanted to be the first person to ever do.
Oh, fuck off. It's not about prostate cancer. I'm raising awareness. No, you wanted a world record that nobody's ever done.
Yeah.
There are people that do this and it drives me nuts. Oh, so I looked for something really stupid that I could do that nobody's done yet. I really wanted to go to the bottom of the barrel, just to prove Darwin is a fucking cunt.
Like a stunt that's never been done. That's worldwide. So I did a bit of research on Google, and it turned out that somebody in another country's already pulled a car with their penis.
Oh my God.
That's it. Yep.
Surely this is a thing that we didn't know about.
Yeah, dude. Dick
Yep.
towing is a thing.
Someone else had already done it, and he
Yep.
can't do it better. So now let's set myself on fire.
Why is it these TMZ guys always look drunk? I don't know. Because they're drunk.
Yeah. Because they're drunk after the night before.
So I thought,
every night.
right, well, what I can do then is try and put something on top of that to be a world's first.
Yeah. So again, it's the classic like, well, we've got one person who assembled a Rubik's cube or solved a Rubik's cube in 3 seconds. All right. Well, I can't come anywhere near that, so I'm going to do it while skydiving. And now we'll have another one. Well, I did it while skydiving, but from a lower height. Like they keep changing the rules of this thing so who the cares? All right. How many people aren't going to get prostate cancer because you pulled a car with your dick? And again, it's to raise awareness for prostate cancer. You know what raises awareness for prostate cancer? People who tell their friends and family that they have prostate cancer. I would feel like if we're gonna raise awareness for prostate cancer, there should have been like a big billboard while he pulled the car. Prostate cancer affects 1 in so many thousands of people. Get your butt screened today or something. Isn't the king of your country like literally rotting away from prostate cancer?
Yeah, rotting from the inside out. Yes.
So I just I don't know.
So yeah. Setting yourself on fire and pulling a thing a couple of feet with your dick is not really.
Well, Saffron says, attention, attention. He wants attention. What better than a good penis story, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, look, there they are, TMZ guys, all over it.
If the rope had snapped, we could have inserted the song "Detachable Penis." But Johnny, pulling a car with your dick saves lives. No, it doesn't. It doesn't even raise awareness about prostate cancer, even when you tell everyone that's why you did it. Because again, what awareness are we raising about prostate cancer? I don't know if most people know this, but I'm aware that prostate cancer exists. Like raising awareness means you need to let people in on something that they're not aware of. Like say, I raised awareness that my house was on fire because nobody knew my house was on fire. Like that's raising awareness. If I run out and scream my house is on fire and you don't know that it's on fire, that's raising awareness. But going, prostate cancer, while you pull a car with your dick, we're all aware that prostate cancer is a thing. Like, oh, I do this to raise awareness for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Like, okay, can you give me a specific number of how many people learned about breast cancer that didn't know about it before? Like, you can't raise awareness if we already know it's a thing. And I don't think, what kid watches this, figures out it's prostate cancer, and then goes, oh, I better look into prostate cancer. Or even if they find out, they read the story, and it says, oh, he did this to raise awareness about prostate cancer. Huh. What's that? How does that really affect the world? Like, did you get a 15 something? You got a guy to go to the doctor and go, look, doc, I don't want you to stick your finger up my ass. I don't. But, and in this case, mine, I want to check myself for prostate cancer. If you could just give it the old whoopity-doo real quick. Like that, I promise not to come. Like that kind of stuff. That's then you raised awareness if you do that. But how many people do that? Again, none. And he knows that that's not changing anything. He knows he's not sliding the scales. He just wants the attention. Like Wild Saffron said, he wants the attention. Yeah. Like the same asshole that I can't stand that's always like, I keep beating Guinness World Records to raise awareness for STEM education. Like, okay.
Yeah.
How do we do that? Let's check out your websites and your if I go to all these places where you say you're promoting STEM, they always link back to your talks and books about beating world records. And then after a cursory search, I find out you're just somebody who spent his whole life becoming a juggler only to learn not really a bookable skill. Like not a whole lot of people are like, you know how I became famous? I juggled. So he started going, how can I take my mildly impressive talent and shift it into making a life for myself, and it's by beating all these Guinness World Records. And if that were his thing, that'd be fine. But anytime he's pressured on it or on a morning show, it's like, oh, I do it for awareness for STEM. He just says STEM. None of his stuff leads back to STEM. You can't donate to STEM. Don't find out how you can help STEM become a part of your schools, like your local. None of that. It's all like, hey, here's what I'm going to be in Wisconsin to talk about how you too can beat a whole bunch of. And it's like, yeah, fuck off. I want that guy to call like the Guinness Book of World Records, and he's like, I just beat this other stupid record of this other stupid thing that somebody else did, but I did it 1 second faster. And I just want, do you own a rope? Do you have like a good sturdy crossbeam in your house? Yeah, make a noose and throw it over the crossbeam. Yeah, you got a step ladder? Yeah. Climb in that. All right. Now just put your head through the circle and jump, and we'll get back to you. Click. Like, I want people to be like, you're stupid. This is dumb. We're not paying you money anymore. And it's just, but it's not a thing. Whatever. They just give you a box to poop in nowadays. What are we talking about? What? When you have for prostate cancer, you need to collect a fecal sample. So you got to poop in a box.
They don't need to go on up there anymore. You just.
Well, you can do it over the counter. Like you can for like
over
the
people
counter.
You can poop in a box over the counter, eh?
Kind of like you call and they can. But my point is, if you're gonna have someone give you bad news,
yes,
don't have it be on top of the indignity of pooping in a box. Like, I feel like you'd feel like a weird house pet at that point. Like, I just pooped in a box. I just pooped in a cardboard box. I pooped in a box.
Pooped in a box. Oh my goodness! But how do they?
Why is the box?
Why
Why is the outside of the box wet? Because I had to put it in the toilet. I can't hover. Okay, I had to sit down.
Oh no! What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, a dookie. I just took a shit. Some would jokingly call it a baby Ruth. Look.
Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, it always comes back to poop shit.
Johnny King Charles is giving that guy a Medal of Bravery right now. I sincerely hope you're joking. I sincerely hope you're joking, and he's not actually a Medal of Bravery recipient for pulling a car with his dick while on fire to raise awareness for prostate cancer. Oh, good. What's in the box? Your wife's pretty little dookie. Yeah. Just a nice little Tootsie Roll she dropped in there. Short, sweet, and to the point. In fact, it was pointy on both ends. She has sickle cell pooperia, and she might want to. I suppose diarrhea would be a better way to work. So yeah, I was gonna say poop and
butt stuff to a shitty situation.
Dude, I wasn't even trying to do butt stuff with this. Prostate cancer, though, I suppose it's pretty hard not to get to butt stuff. It wasn't it wasn't the intention, though. We weren't trying to do butt stuff.
Well,
trying.
We're never trying to do butt stuff.
That also sounds bad.
Well,
we're never trying to do butt stuff. We just end up doing butt stuff. Like, all right, we're gonna have to talk about this this form and relationship thing, because I'm pretty clear on the no butt stuff, giving or receiving.
Well,
like if you need a good stovepiping in the back door, like I'm like, that's the sign that this relationship wasn't meant to be. Like,
no, I'm okay. That's an exit only.
Like, a lot of people
wrong
are like,
hole, wrong hole.
A lot of people are like, what
Right?
if she's this lady or that lady? And she says, you got to do me in the butt. And I'm like, I'm done. Because I know I can't fulfill that objective. Like, I can't do it. I am incapable of butt stuff. It doesn't, you can be the most beautiful woman on the planet doing the most seductive shit imaginable. But the minute you turn around and present your butthole to me like a cat and tell me to fucking pop you in the brown eye, like, I'm going to laugh like a motherfucker. I'm going here's my thing. You really want it? You really want it in the butt? How much can you enjoy anal sex while someone giggles like a schoolboy? Because guess what I'm going to be doing the whole time? I'm going to titter like a motherfucker. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
The whole game's over. There's like a lot of people have a safety phrase or a catchphrase not to cut it, like the what's your safe word or whatever. Here's how the event immediately ends for me. It doesn't matter whether you intended it this way or not. I'm out in every way possible. Just doesn't matter how much you're into it. Even if you can ignore me laughing constantly. If I hear at any point, I'm done. I'm done. You farted on my dick. This is over. So I'm sorry, ladies.
You farted on my dick. Oh no.
But Johnny does not do butt stuff.
Well, good. Neither do I. So we're okay. Wow.
Oh, wow. So yeah, that was fun. I had fun with that. Have you had fun so far? This is great.
Oh, I had a blast with that one.
Today's phenomenal.
No
I'm
pun
enjoying
intended.
the shit out of today. This is great. The day's flying by. I got 45 minutes and we're done. We're already into Tuesday's goal. The funding show tomorrow is going to go bug nuts, although I forgot the kippers. Really pissed about that.
Yeah, well.
Ugh. I'm gonna call Hail Mary and see if I can pull off kippers before tomorrow, though. I'd have one Hail Mary for that. Lab Glass just went up to listening, but I don't know what you're talking about. This is why you don't do angle. I think it means anal. Balls deep.
Yes.
Clip it. I guess you could try to clip that. I don't know that I would. He's apparently dying laughing. But yeah.
Wow. Happy Thursday, people.
But it's true. I mean, we're laughing about it, but it's true. Like, I'm sorry. All right, you farted on my dick. We're done. I can't maintain anymore.
Okay, King Kong Dong's got a question.
If you're blowing bubbles in the baby oil, it's already over.
What about the queef in the night? Are you out with that too?
Look, that's gonna make me laugh, but at least
it's still air.
Like before that, yeah, that's gonna make me laugh. But here's the thing: we're not already starting from the point that I'm fighting the urge or the ridiculous amount of laughter coming out of me. Like, so it's like it's already going downhill, and it's like somebody who's about to crack, and that was the noise that made it happen. I'm like, and then, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'll just be laughing like, why are you laughing and walking away? Because you farted on my dick. That's all that happens now is I laugh and I walk away. So
I can't anymore. Just
if you queef on my dick, like we're stopping for a minute. Well, I guess it depends whether I'm whether you're on top or I am. But like I'm stopping for a minute to laugh incessantly, or unless you're on top and you keep going, then we're just gonna keep going. But it's wholly different. Like there's a whole different thing of being like, oh yeah, I'm into it. Oh fuck, this is funny. Like that's funny. But and that's vastly different than I'm just doing this to make you happy. And also, by the way, I'm fucking you in the butt. It's stupid. This is so dumb. And then after that, and it's like, no, you can't do that too. You can't poot my pecker when I'm already trying to keep a straight face. Okay. Like it's just over. To put it in more of a common parlance, it'd be like, check please. Like you're done. Okay. It's over. It's over.
And out.
And that's all, folks. I don't even know how we got on this stupid. Oh yeah, prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer.
So again, that guy's trying to raise awareness about prostate cancer. So there you go. Okay. So
Yeah. Jesse, fundraising stream is tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow.
The fun day is tomorrow. The funding fun day is tomorrow. We've got
If you're drinking for the funding day, you're drinking way too early.
Well, I don't think we're involved in that. Personally, I just don't think that is. Oh, you texted me. I didn't get that.
Back
message.
off.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, you should be. Damn it. Why? What'd you do?
Because you texted me I'm in the Discord and I didn't even see it. Like I set up the show before I even.
Well, I did that at the same time as I was
all
saying
that
hi in the
jazz.
chat, so
Oh.
it worked.
Where is? I was gonna do my Hail Mary reach out. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. Every time I look over, all I see is your wife's pretty little dookie.
Just blame it on the rain cancer. I don't know what rain cancer is. I think it means brain cancer. Well, I'm sorry going through that. Enjoy yourself. We're having the show tomorrow. Johnny, your legs don't work. You kind of need that for thrusting. Well, it's Afron. Just stop. Just stop this. Lab Glass proposing a store, Peggy's Clam Shack. Digger might be allergic, but not Peggy.
Peggy's not.
We didn't do animals first. How gauche? Well, animals are how we end the show.
Well, yeah. First, we talk about the butt stuff, and then we get to the cute animal videos.
Yeah, then we get around to that. Okay. I don't know if I want to talk about this one now. Multiple arrests have been made in FBI raids connected to Democrat Virginia Senator Louise Lucas. Apparently, she's connected to a dispensary next to her office. Oh, what? In the Senator Lucas connected dispensary next to her office to come out with their hands up before making arrests. The FBI raided the offices of Virginia Democratic lawmaker as part of a federal corruption and illegal marijuana sale probe. Oh.
Okay.
So they can throw the book at you for illegal marijuana sales. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to cover this or not. We got about 45 minutes left and a couple other things to get through. What do you?
Kind of interesting though. There's a lot of, because you guys have got what are they, midterms or whatever? A lot of the governors and mayors and stuff that's coming up. And an awful lot of people in the running are suddenly dying of mysterious reasons. Like there's a dude, I'm pretty sure he was running in Oklahoma. He went missing and they did a wellness check and they couldn't find him. And then they found his car and his body a few days later, like just the other day they found it.
Okay.
Just murdered and body ditched with the car. Just a lot of interestingly odd, like enough for me to want to pull this out and play. You've got your NASA scientists, then you've got the
we're getting
FBI,
off on a whole other tangent than what we're talking about here.
That's all I'm saying is that it could be a fun tinfoil thing because it.
This is again the state prosecuting her for breaking the marijuana sale laws.
Yeah. Well,
that's vastly different than. I don't know if she's running for election or not, re-election or not.
Okay.
It doesn't say that.
I just assumed she's running for re-election because.
Yeah, again, because you have a different story in mind, and you're talking about that. Like that's not this.
Okay.
Right, let's pull that up there and.
Federal agents are arresting people in that string of FBI raids across Virginia. This is all connected to an influential Democrat in the Commonwealth of Virginia, State Senator Louise Lucas. They are at her office executing warrants as a part of a major corruption probe. So I want to go back now to Alex Hogan, who's there. Alex.
Maybe they'll mention if
So you can still see that the
running
FBI
for
are
election.
behind me. We've been seeing them throughout the morning, bringing boxes in and out. They also told staff members they needed to leave the building. We heard some of those employees coming out saying that they were told they had to leave and they were not allowed back inside. I do want to give you some context of where we are. The FBI not only arriving here at this location, but also at the dispensary, the cannabis dispensary, just across the parking lot. And this is a look at what it looked like earlier today with the FBI agents arriving, SWAT teams getting out of their vehicles with weapons, telling people inside that cannabis dispensary to put their hands up and to come outside. At least 3 people were taken into custody. Federal law enforcement say that they're carrying out these court-authorized criminal search warrants at more than 10 locations across the state. Again, this is the State Senator Louise Lucas's office behind me, but we're also learning that she is connected to this dispensary here. Senator Lucas is president pro tem, meaning she's one of the highest and most powerful figures in the entire state legislature. And when she arrived here, I asked her about being here as the FBI raided these locations. Take a listen.
Is there anything that they can say about what they're doing? I don't know what's going on. I just came from another report, so I'm just gonna wait until they tell me.
So again, dozens of members of the FBI arriving here and being here throughout the last hour, taking boxes of documents.
It doesn't sound like she's running for re-election.
Me. They're also still at this cannabis dispensary. We have seen the senator circle around a couple times in her vehicle. Clearly, as we heard her say,
maybe she just needs to get some weed.
That she doesn't know
again, you guys came in on her dispensary. Maybe she needed to pick up a little something. You know what I mean?
Again, what their senator
well, they're letting her drive around. Like they're not arresting her outright.
Well, because again, I'm guessing this is a corruption charge, and I'm guessing she did something preferential or somehow favorable to her for setting up this dispensary, and they're either not obeying the laws, not paying their fair share of taxes, doing something that they're not supposed to be doing as a dispensary, and so that's why they got busted. So, Alan, good morning, Johnny and Digger. Good morning, Alan. Oh, stop. Okay. Good morning, John. Yep, covered. All right. So yeah, it's. Oh, that was a weird pause.
Harris.
All right, Alex.
I had to unpause that there. I was mean to her. I just paused her just wide-eyed and that's mean. I apologize. So yeah, it seems like she's just corrupt, which cool. I'm not ever in favor of cops busting dispensaries for shit, but I'm also very, very in favor of like political people getting busted for breaking the law. So this is one of those like. Oh, where do I go? What, like on the one hand, no, not the weed, but on the other hand, so wait, this bitch was running a dispensary right next to her office, and she's whatever. It's just we can arrest her. So yeah, they're looking at her for that.
Good.
And the funny part is, for anyone, herself or others, who might think that this is judicially unfair, she also shared this on Twitter back in 2023. No one is above the law. So if you think this is unfair, I just want to say, guess what they're using to do this to you? The law. So. Good for you. All right, so there we go. There. Done with that lady. Imagine you're inside wheat shop. I think it means weed shop. And they told you, get out, put your hands up. What would you do, Johnny? I'd get out and put my hands up. If they're dressed as police officers, I'd roll out and I'd put my hands up. Why wouldn't I? Or did you expect I would be like, you ain't taking me alive, copper. I got enough weed for days. And then just start like shooting at them and lighting up spliffs. Like, what's going on here? I don't know. Why wouldn't I? Like, if the police suddenly showed up to my place of employ, I'm going along with the police because as far as I know, everything my employer is doing was above board. So the last thing I want to do is erase any sort of room for suspicion or doubt by fighting the cops. I'd be like, look, this is just okay. Here we go. Would I agree with what the cops are doing? No, but unfortunately, that's the what would you call it? Faustian bargain you make when you give certain people in your community extrajudicial ability to enforce law and order. They can show up and say, "Get out here and put your hands up," and you should kind of go along with it.
You have to kind of do it, yeah.
But when you have to put your hands down to move, well, I think they'd pretty much understand that I'm wheeling a chair.
You could hand up in one wheel, then switch.
No, you can't, because then you're gonna steer to the left and the right. You're gonna be serpentining.
Oh,
at that point, you got to roll with both, and then sometimes you've got to correct by either rolling harder on one or braking on one, depending on the terrain and literally your body position. So my wheelchair has a tendency to curve to the left, so I often have to give her harder on the right. But part of that, I think, is just because my left arm does a lot of the compensating for standing, walking, leaning, what have you, and it's a little stronger. And so I think when I spin with it, like, it just gives more go on the left.
Interesting.
But a lot of coasting, a lot of times when I just let it coast, it still just kind of goes like this way. It's like, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Anyways,
anywho.
So I have we had a couple of different like hypocritical stories. This is a fun one that we have. So first, we have an alderman of a Chicago community, and he has an opinion about Walgreens because apparently they've left some of the neighborhoods. Do you know why Walgreens closed up shop and left the neighborhoods?
Yeah, I think it was something to do with the huge amounts of theft and the losses they were taking from that problem.
Because again, I guess he lives in a world where he thinks businesses just up and close up profitable shops that they paid to set up just because their neighborhoods are black. Like, that's the racism thing that doesn't make sense to me. So you're saying the shop that came here, that set up shop, like,
and all this time and money,
stop, drop, holding down, open up shop, whatever. Anyways, whoa. Yeah. Anyways, so my point is, you thought they'd put in the initial investment and then they just pull out because fuck it, we hate black people. Like, that doesn't make sense. We didn't
realize it was a black neighborhood.
Like, yeah, why wouldn't they just not build why wouldn't they just save all the time and effort and go, ew, black people, we're not setting up a Walgreens there.
We're not building it here.
Again, if you pay attention to reality, it's like, no, they set up a Walgreens there because Walgreens doesn't care what color you are. The money is green. They're fine with it. They take EBT. They take a whole bunch of that stuff. They take medical and state assistant insurance providers and stuff like that. So they'll take your money. But they moved. So guess this guy.
Walgreens should be charged with first-degree corporate abandonment.
Yes.
First-degree corporate abandonment. We shouldn't charge any of the people who shoplifted with shoplifting. We shouldn't talk about how the criminals in our community did this, but nope, corporate abandonment. Apparently they are responsible to serve you no matter what. I don't know if you know this or not, but in the capitalist society of America, this is mom and pop's golden opportunity. Why don't any of you go down to the bank, get a loan, start out your own small pharmacy. You have no competition. You're guaranteed customers.
Why don't you do it?
Like, doesn't anyone remember what the whole Walgreens, Walmart, Target, Shopko's, Kmart's of the world did? They showed up in these towns and they killed mom and pop small business. Well, if these corporations pick up stakes and leave, set up a mom and pop small business. It so happens that black neighborhoods steal more. I'm not being racist, just pointing out facts. Again, it's not even that neighborhoods of a specific kind steal more. It's literally the fact that they left because of theft. They didn't refuse to show up. They left because, again, people couldn't stop stealing shit. And you want them charged with corporate abandonment. Is that even a thing? Is that even a thing?
I was wondering about that.
Is there a law that corporations have to? First degree corporate abandonment. All right. Well, we've got a whole bunch of surveillance footage of people that should be charged with first degree theft. And I don't know about Chicago. Is Chicago one of those places where they can't stop or prosecute shoplifters within a certain dollar amount? Because I think that's like a thing in Minnesota too, even. There's a couple places where that's a thing where it's like, no. You can't stop shoplifters.
You can abandon your job. I don't think you can. Yeah. Corporate abandonment. I am not.
I don't know.
I'm just not finding. Yeah.
I don't know, but Ludacris is very pissed about this, and I'm like, fine, but
Is this Ludacris?
it's no, but it does kind of look like him, right? Like I wasn't wrong.
It should be a crime the way they're treating our elders.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
What are they doing to the elders?
They stopped taking the theft. They picked up stakes and left. Like at the store, I'm like, if the Walmart in downtown St. Cloud leaves, I'll totally believe it's because of theft, because it's gotten to the point where they lock up the socks. Like the first it's like locked shelves and cases on everything, and then after that isn't good enough, they just pick up stakes and go. So I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, the downtown Walmart is like this close to leaving, because it's like, guys, we can't leave anything out. Have you ever heard of a company charge being corporate abandonment before? No, I haven't.
No.
But
it should be a crime the way they're treating our families.
Well, you know what is a crime? Stealing to the point where this happens.
Yes.
No more corporate abandonment. What they skipped over the store closing sign way too quick. Store closing permanently, June 4th of 2026. The store and pharmacy will close at 12 p.m. Your prescriptions can be accessed at any Walgreens. Simply call Walgreens of your choice or visit walgreenspharmacy.com. Again, so have your prescriptions mail ordered or go to a different Walgreens, or again, stop being super duper lenient on shoplifters. Like, it's weird. All of these people all over the country in different states, and again, I think mine is one of them, push the idea that shoplifters shouldn't be punished, persecuted, or held accountable so long as it stays under a dollar amount. And people just start rampantly taking stuff, and then stores go, yeah, we're out.
Okay. I found it. Corporate abandonment is a term used to describe when businesses close locations, move operations, or divest from communities, often leading to job losses and economic decline in that area. It's frequently used in political and labor discourse to criticize companies for prioritizing profits over local obligations, worker stability, or community investment.
So they're supposed to run at a loss? Like, how long does the company last that way?
I guess so.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is better, losing a Walgreens or having everything locked up? For the company, it's losing the Walgreens, ironically enough.
Yeah.
Because having everything locked up only works until there's a mass stealing event, as we've seen has happened before now too, where a bunch of people show up at once to all steal at the same time. Now it's smash the cases because you can't catch us all. And again, and I don't know if I'm wrong about this. I don't know if Chicago counts under this, but in some of these places, it doesn't matter if they're stealing. It doesn't matter if they're busting the cases. They're not doing it to a high enough dollar amount. You're not supposed to interfere with them. You're supposed to just let it happen.
Yeah.
Matthew Q saying, is there a law? Is it actually a law, though?
No, there is no law. No,
there is no law, so it's just a political term.
It's a PC or a woke term used for exactly that political purpose. There's no actual law.
Rusty Graham is saying, if it costs more money to hire security or install lock cases to sell product, fuck that, we're out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't they? And here's the other thing too. If they did that, but they passed the cost on to the consumer, they're price gouging us and they're punishing us economically. It's like, no. Again, the community that you live in is apparently cool with theft. That's how we got here. And that's just, again, like, I worry about that with things like I said, like, it's at the point where, like, I don't know when in my life I've ever thought, oh, you know what we have to lock up so people don't just steal it by the fucking metric truck ton? Tube socks. Fruit of the Loom tube socks. Excuse me, I'd like to get a candy bar. Can you unlock the case? They're getting rid of, and
candy bars are going for like $5-10 these days.
But it's just in general, any area where theft can get away with it feels like we have too many people doing it in places, because like even the Walmarts now are getting rid of, they're phasing out the self-checkouts. They're getting rid of the self-checkouts. McDonald's is getting rid of the customer lobby fountain machines. Soda.
Yeah, we never had, or we haven't had that for a long time here.
Well, just again, like, but the reason they're doing it here is, again, that they're getting too many people. And they come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, but we're getting too many people in too many places that decide, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to buy the water cup and then just fill it with soda because fuck the store. Hey, you know what I want to do? I want to just steal shit because fuck the store. So,
yeah.
I'll go to the self-checkout and I'll conveniently forget that I have this item in my pocket. I'll conveniently forget to scan this. I'll hold it so the scan code doesn't work. I'll deliberately cover the barcode so it doesn't boop, and I'll just stick it in the bag, and I'll go to the next thing and boop that and boop it. I'll pay for half my groceries, but the other half I'm going to fuck with. It's like, yeah, that's why they got rid of all these things, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for getting rid of the self-checkouts. Self-checkouts are bullshit, but still.
Yeah.
What if they went bankrupt? Where the problem then? How do you make them the bad guys then? Because they didn't just, I don't know, whatever. It's amazing how many gas stations we had locally that all of a sudden switched to pay at the pump when gas got to be $4 a gallon, where before you could actually just not have to prepay. That's becoming a thing. That's been a thing for a while. And I remember as a young person not having to prepay for my gas, and being able to just pump it and go in. As a gas station employee, I remember people gas and going. We used to have to try and get the license plates of people who pumped and did a pump and dump, just ran. We used to have to go after them. Now we don't. So it's kind of bullshit to the highest extreme, but the way they fix that is you pay at the pump. You don't do any of that. Now the only way you get your gas if it's paid for ahead of time.
Yep.
So
it's interesting. It's interesting how that changed. Our society used to be trustworthy, and now it's so untrustworthy that they need to lock everything up.
It's nice to see the two best YouTube people. Well, thank you. I like that.
Aw.
Thank you, Alan. I don't, if there was another one, that's live chat.
Thanks, Alan.
I might have missed your other comments. Nope. I've gotten all those. All right, good.
And
anyways.
go Warriors. Wild's taking off.
All righty, good luck, Wild. I hope, is it her nephew or her grandson?
Her grandson.
Grandson. I hope your grandson and the Warriors kick butt. I hope that they go out to the field every time before they do. And you just hear, "Oh, Warriors, come out and play." And then the fucking kids rush the field and we play some goddamn baseball. Unfortunately, the most exciting part of the game will have been the intro. But, and that's not to shit on any of the people playing. It's because it's baseball.
Yeah.
No offense, baseball's just
Can't stand that sport.
It's a goddamn boring sport. It's like, all right.
And it takes all damn day to play.
You right?
Holy shit.
And they hit the ball. They caught the ball. You're not allowed physical contact
when they go out to the ball game.
Ugh. Most exciting thing to ever happen in a baseball game is a pigeon flew into the line of fire and just got obliterated by a baseball. And that's unfortunately the most exciting thing that's ever happened in a baseball game. So, yeah, the pre-say thing only exists in towns that allow behavior. Well, I mean, I don't know of anywhere that doesn't require pay at the pump or prepay.
Yeah.
I like legit. I'm trying to think of a single place that I've been to in the last couple years. I can't think of one. Where I could just select the gas, put it in the car, pump to my heart's content, and go. Since I got back to driving, I can't think of a single place that didn't require prepay of some sort. Prepay at the pump or whatever. And normally well, not prepay at the pump, but pay at the pump. Normally I do pay at the pump, and then I just go in and I just do 2 transactions. Because that's a lot easier than guesstimating how much gas I'm going to need. So, Steve Lookner loaded the air fryer. We have a happening. Iran war lit back off. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Penna Bishop. That's confusing.
Yeah, I was a little confused too.
I just like baseball because of the Minnesota Twins winning a World Series when I was like 9 and 13 years old. It was so fun to have a good professional local sports. Yeah, that's nice. Woo, Kirby Puckett. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big baseball fan. Pissed me off. No, I don't know how much I want. I want to fill the tank. Yeah, right? When you want to fill the tank, it's like, I don't know how much gas I want. Like, oh, I want $2 in gas, but then I didn't use the last 2. Do I get it back? No. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Well, fuck that noise. Like, I'm supposed to get a container and pour it into there and eat that pile of bullshit. I'm not doing that. I, again, will just, like I said, I'll just do 2 fucking transactions. It's screw it at this point. That's just the way we'll get through this stupid thing, is just do 2 transactions, call it a day. So.
Yeah. That seems like, yeah. In the butt.
Yeah. Anyways, we've got, like 15 minutes left in the show, so we should get to the moose story.
Yeah. 220.
Not even there, and you're completely off by 2 hours. Quit being a dick. You know what? Hey. You've earned this twice today. Just watch it.
You're a cunt.
All right. That needs to be my next text message notification. Like right now, it's Cave Johnson going, I'm telling him, keep your pants on. And people always laugh at that. And I haven't had the motivation to change it in a long time. But if I do change it, thank you, Voice Greg. If I do change it, I want to change it to that one where it's just, burp, burp, burp. You're a cunt. And it's just like, yes, I want that to go off at the grocery store and when I'm in line and things like that at the gas station. Just, I want to be able to look at somebody who's like, hey, and I'm just like, yes, The only reason I haven't done it yet, and the reason I might back away from that, is because, like, then if there's like a kid around, now I'm using language that maybe I shouldn't use around a child.
Yeah.
So there's that problem. But aside from that, God, I love that as an idea as a ringer. Maybe I should just. Anyways, so that's the Chicago Alderman thing. Let's go close that out.
You said moose.
Yeah, I'm getting the moose story. I was closing out the one I just did. So let's grab the moose story. Boom. And if this is a video, then we're going to do a rip and read quick. Nope, this is a rip and read. So we're going to have to open pictures. Oh, that sucks. Alrighty, so a tow truck driver in Canada has gone viral for rescuing a moose stuck in the ice. A tow truck driver in Saskatchewan, Canada has gone viral after turning an ordinary service call into a rescue for a stranded moose. Clint Gottner, owner of Rebel Towing, said he spotted the animal stuck in the ice near a junction not far from his house and knew the wait for his customers would have to continue. I thought everyone's going to have to wait. I have to help this guy. I can't stand to see him suffer. We got to get him out. Oh, dear Lord. The exhausted moose, later named Rebel, was trapped in a frozen waterway. Using his flatbed truck, a sling, and help from neighbors, the driver worked to pull the animal free. He was so tired and exhausted, he just sat there waiting patiently. Once the moose was out, the rescue took another unexpected turn. Gottlinger called his wife for help. He said, "Honey, bring out some blankets. I got a moose on my truck." The moose spent the next few days recovering before disappearing by Monday morning. During that time, Gottner said the animal had calmed enough to accept some affection. He would let me go up and scratch his chin, rub his nose and ears. He liked that. He would turn his head.
That's so cool.
Even the motorists waiting on their own tow trucks reportedly did not mind the delay. Hopefully he comes back because he still has a tow bill. They joke. All right. So let's open image and new tab. Open image and new tab.
I'd love to be able to do that, to walk up to a big old moose and just like switch under its neck like a kitty cat.
All right. So he found him like that. Just stuck in there. So he oh yeah, he did. So he's just standing in freezing water. So the moose is just freezing his butt off in there. So he just got in there. I'd be too afraid that I'd go through. Like, I know a moose weighs a lot more than a person, but this doesn't, like, you see it smushing down and it's wet.
Yeah, it's melting for sure.
So I don't know how he got the moose all the way on there like that, but either way, they did, and then they pulled him across like this.
Aw.
That little guy. He's not even that big of a moose.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an
I
adult.
was thinking that's, I was expecting big rack and ginormous moose. But yeah.
You like a big rack? That makes
probably
two of us.
Yearling, maybe?
Totally missed it, didn't you? Anyways, what a great look for my company just to gas and go all over creation. Wouldn't be a good one. A lot of chain stations make you prepay or pay at the pump, but if you prepay with cash, you can go back in and collect the change. And if you prepay with a card, it only charges how much you get. Well, why wouldn't you just pay at the pump if you're paying with a card? I mean, I suppose I could prepay with the card, but whatever. At the gas station I'm at, they usually ask how much. So I suppose they ask how much, and then you could just be like, I want to fill my tank, and they just put the fill thing on there, and it's like, we charge you whatever you did. I suppose I could ask about that next time. I haven't gone to a gas station in a while because I don't drive a lot right now. Thank you, voice crack. I want to like try and save gas while it's super duper expensive, and I might have a road trip coming up soon here. Find out hopefully later I guess next week. Hopefully find out if I'm going to be going on a
next week
on a little bit of a vacay for a couple days. But it's hopefully next week we'll find that out. Feeling good about it. But anyways, holy shit, we're a minute away from that. I should I gotta have something ready to go, and I don't. This is the problem. These are the days of our lives. Oh, fuck that. We got something in here. We just don't have enough to do like a big old full bowl, but we got enough to do the 420 burn.
That's good.
We got a Tootski's worth, little oneies amount. Tootski sounds more like blow than weed, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tootski sounds like weed. All right, so you don't have any streams tonight. I'm confusing myself thinking you do.
No. Tonight is Bible study for me.
All right. And then you'll be with us tomorrow. You've got the jelly beans. Do you have
I've got the crappy awful beans, yes.
Do you have you have the Swedish fish?
Yeah, I've got Swedish fish. I've got pure maple syrup. Yeah. What else was there that I could do? Can't remember.
I don't know, not a whole hell of a lot. But I'm gonna have to go get or see if I can have somebody help me by getting me some kippers before tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, fun. I am surely looking forward to tomorrow and all of the beans.
I'm not.
I'm not either. I was dripping with sarcasm.
Here's what I'm looking forward to. Tomorrow just means one thing. I can finally fucking deal with this bullshit.
Yeah.
And shave my face. I'm so sick of not shaving my face. It's going to be a problem. Some local stores around here charge you extra for using a card, so it's cheaper with cash automatically. Yeah. Alrighty. Alan, was there a squirrel nearby too? Where would we find a squirrel? All right. Moose and squirrel. I get what he's saying.
Oh, moose and squirrel. Okay. Yeah. I get you.
Now I get it. He's funny. Thank you, Alan. Moose and squirrel. All right, so we've got that. Oh, we didn't get to the New York Times article. We can save that for tomorrow. Let's go to this. Is it? Oh, it's not a video. I really wish it was. Class has been canceled at a Northwest suburban school on Tuesday after a resource officer misplaced his gun while he was using the bathroom on Monday.
Oh, gosh. He misplaced his gun? Like, you're going pee. You don't have to take your belt off, do you?
I guess it depends on the setup. I don't know.
Yeah. Damn, dude. That is not something you want to forget.
That is not cool, man. As soon as the ad's over, we'll play the story.
You want to lose it either.
Right?
Unfortunate and embarrassing, right?
Just fucking. No, it's like, oh God, there might be a gun in the school. Why? Because one of the students might have picked up mine.
Several hours and the Arlington Heights police are still
Holy
trying
crap,
to
her
locate
face
an
locked up.
officer's
There we go.
service weapon. Disappeared after he accidentally left it in a school bathroom. The incident forced District 214 to cancel classes at the school. WGN's Dana Rebick is live. Now, Dana, someone's in custody, but after all this time, still no gun?
No, not yet, Micah. We did learn early this evening, Arlington Heights Police updating us that there was a person of interest in custody. We do not know much about that individual, if it's a student, the age, or anything like that. They say, though, they are now in the process of narrowing their search for this weapon.
One child and over like 50 children get picked up right across the street from the school. It's very upsetting, and I hope that the gun is retrieved as soon as possible.
Parents of district.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. But can we talk about how the fact that somebody found a gun and they've apparently decided to keep it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm sorry. If you're raising your kids right, shouldn't they, like, bring the gun to, like, the office?
Take it up to
or
the office.
to the school, like, police officer liaison that they have, the guy who ironically is missing his gun. Like, hey, I found a fucking gun, dude. Like, I'm not surprised, but somebody went, oh, free gun, and took it.
Yeah.
District 214
Oh, we're
students
so close
not
to the
happy
end.
to
It's
hear what
awesome.
happened at Forest View Educational Center Monday. Classes there canceled today after a school resource officer's gun went missing. Arlington Heights police say the employee took his gun from his duty holster while using the restroom, then realized it was missing shortly after students were dismissed for the day.
I feel strangely drawn to its presence.
Hey, Jimmy.
Thank you for the raid. We have 6 minutes left. We're about to go. I almost want to ask if there's someone else they'd like me to raid because you guys just got here, and I'm like, yeah, we're about to lock this whole thing down. We're laughing at a school resource officer in Chicago, Arlington Heights to be specific, who misplaced his gun while he was. I'm guessing he was having a poop, but either way. Had himself a healthy dumper, and like some dudes, mentally reset after he finished pooping and forgot that his gun wasn't on his belt and left it laying around. And now nobody knows where the gun is. We've gotten to the point days later of having a suspect in custody, but we still haven't found the gun.
Don't have the gun.
So we think we know who did it, but we don't know where the gun is.
Yes.
Matthew Quall, can't you tailor your 10 pounds lighter? What, without a gun?
And Palatine.
A gun isn't 10 pounds.
I have no idea.
How heavy are your guns, man? I mean, you're telling me it's 2 or 3 pounds, I'll be like, okay, but that seems like a lot.
Police
Really, a gun shouldn't be much over a couple, like a pound and a half, even that. Anyways. So, hello, B. Kirsch, and everybody coming in from Jimmy's raid. Happy to see you. All right,
Yes.
so let's...
Hi, everyone.
Let's go to this.
Responded, searching the school grounds using canines, but could not find it.
The person that lost or misplaced their weapon, too, is very irresponsible and should suffer the consequences of losing their job. Because now the whole community is in danger.
Officers reviewed surveillance video they say showed a limited number of people going into the bathroom after the officer. There will be an increased police presence at the school while detectives conduct an investigation. In a statement, officials say the Arlington Heights Police Department regrets this unfortunate and embarrassing incident occurred. We are committed to remaining accountable for our actions as an organization and taking responsibility for the frustration and anger this incident caused within our school community. Arlington Heights Police have not said yet if this resource officer will be facing any sort of disciplinary action.
Right,
District
that's what I'm
214
thinking. He
says
should
they
have been
or say
fired.
They believe that it is safe for students and staff to return here to the building, so classes will be resuming as normal tomorrow.
Classes will resume as normal tomorrow. Great.
So
but we still don't,
they get to
don't know
go.
if we have a gun.
They get the week off, and then they get to go in on Friday.
No. I think this might have been from yesterday. This is a news report, so I don't know when this story aired, like on the evening news.
Yeah.
It could have easily aired yesterday.
They said it was lost on the Monday, so
It was lost on Monday.
Yeah.
School was canceled on Tuesday. And again, this one was published on the 5th, so this is 2 days ago. So this would be Wednesday evening. So they went back. They went back for, Tuesday evenings. They went back for Wednesday and Thursday. They got 1 day off for the missing gun.
Okay.
So
Jeez.
they got 1 day off for a missing firearm. Again, I just, it's weird.
Yeah.
Nobody in, by the way, nobody from the 22 people from Jimmy, nobody suggested a second channel to raid. Like, I was like, hey, you guys got anybody else you want me to, like, type /raid into over there and raid? Because I'm, like, spacing out. It's the end of the show. I've had a very tiring day, like, just overall. So, and I also didn't get a whole lot of sleep, and I got up early. So I'm, like, I'm ready to just, like, mentally zonk out for a while. And I was like, I'm ready to go. And we've got, like, 2 minutes here. And I'm like, hey, King Kong dongs, ping pong paddles.
there.
I have to do, like, a read because they're going to be gone after tomorrow. So, like,
Oh, that's true.
if you want to cripple your ping pong opponents, nothing patty smacks your your adversaries better than King Kong Dong's ping pong paddle. It's in a regular shape with abnormal heft and girth that almost will exceed your hand, but it is that exact uniqueness that gives you the advantage to just dominate your foes. Superior spin on your ball, add a little more wind to your game with King Kong Dong's ping pong paddle. Spoiler alert. Ball sold separately. Oh wait, we got Ferret Rescue. I don't care about the Ferret Rescue. Chucky Burrows. All right, we'll raid Chucky Burrows. I'm gonna do /raid, and I gotta go space Chucky Burrows. All right, /raid Chucky Burrows. So I'm gonna launch that, and then we're gonna get going. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with you. So it's an Easter egg hunt. It kind of is, Brian Sainz. I'm gonna be back with you. We're doing the funding show tomorrow. All the crazy fun stuff. Let's hit that, and that is invalid username Chucky Burrows. What? I did it exactly the way Eccentric Sea Wizard said.
I know not.
Yeah, I don't understand. I went with Eccentric Sea Wizard's suggestion, but I don't understand what it is. I went in and said invalid username. So I did everything right on my end. The raid command, everything was right. Chucky Burrows is not a... Maybe it's because there was a space in it. Let's try. You're a dick. This is not the time.
Wakey, wakey. Thanks for that.
All right, so that's that, and now I got the wrong thing over there. Yeah, that's not it. So I don't know how that works. Did you miss the underscore? No, I didn't, Saint Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. That's an invalid command when I don't put the space in. See, it says no matches. Still says he's live on my end, but just raid whoever that I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's Cucky Burrows. Oh, it's not that. Do/raid.
We'll see everyone tomorrow for the fundraising stream. Whee!
All right. It won't let me do it that way. Unrecognized command, so it wasn't the space. So yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. All right, we're already 2 minutes late. I'm just gonna go. Have a great night, everybody. I'm very grateful that you all hung out and had fun. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do the crazy funding stream and all that jazz. She's been Digger. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been a pleasure. Hasta luego.
Hey, did you hear about that brand new